coming back again? Can you feel it coming back again? What is on the living and the dead? Where's the smoke and the crazy and my morning will be the...
Alright. Hello, everybody.
Sorry, I'm not on camera yet.
Get the fuck up. God damn it. Well,
I gotta control the computer.
Alright. Welcome to Wasteland Talk.
Yeah, welcome to Wasteland Talk.
Ayo.
Let me just I'm still sorting out links out to social medias out there. Bear with me. In the meantime, Hatter.
I'll get us started.
Yes, please.
Welcome to Wasteland Talk. I am your host,
That's
Hatter.
feedback.
And this is your other host, Commodore Pistolwhip.
Fuck you.
And today we should have a special guest. Apparently he's having some issues finding parking. So Coach is our special guest today. He should be here any minute now. And if you guys saw our little intro video of all the times that everybody stole the helicopter, I put together another video. It's on our YouTube channel. It's the helicopter being stolen to the MASH theme. Ha ha ha. And Coach came up with this idea to call it the mashup. Ha ha ha. Yes. So if you guys want to check that out, we've had some issues with our sound not working right. So anyway, what we did today is we actually looped up Commodore's DJ setup. Because, you know, he does his DJ Carnivores in your house. And so we looped up that, and we just looped the same video from the mashup to a little bit of intro music. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And like I said, check out our YouTube channel for the full mashup. It's those same slideshow to the MASH theme song, just in a loop. So if you're a big fan of the TV show MASH, which
Or
I am,
old enough to actually watch the show back in the day.
hey, fuck you. It was on Nick at Night when I was a kid, okay?
How was that Nickelodeon show?
It was a Nick at Night show, yes! Who remembers Nick at Night?
I remember Snick.
So I've mentioned this before. I have insomnia. And I've had insomnia since I was a kid. It's something that has to go with my ADHD. And so I basically live on, like, I swear to God, like 2 hours of sleep a night. And because of that, I watched a lot of Nick at Night as a kid. And I watched a lot of classic shows like MASH, like the Dick Van Dyke Show, the Mary Tyler Moore Show. I Love Lucy, I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched. The list goes on and on and on for all these classic shows that were off the air technically before I was born. But you could see the reruns on Nick at Night. So there's a lot of classics that I absolutely love. And MASH is definitely one of those. And anytime I see the helicopter, because it's about the right time error of those helicopters from that show, I always think of MASH. And so I made that little video and I sent it to Coach. And Coach loved it because apparently he's a big MASH fan also. Big surprise, the guy who owns the helicopter, likes the show that involved a lot of freaking helicopters in Vietnam or the Korean War era, so.
Yeah, I had a lot of my older relatives. Someone's at the door.
That might be our guest. Yeah, it's our
I'm
guest.
not in clothing.
Get in clothing. We're on camera.
Oh no.
Well, you're not on camera at the moment, but throw a hat on.
We
or
are
something.
live. Whoa!
Oh, sexy.
You're all missing out.
Hey, you guys can't see the behind the scenes, the extra stuff. We've got a
Backstage.
topless Coach, man. He is a sexy beast.
Backstage
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
in this house.
He's covered in ginger hair. The carpets match the drapes.
God.
And it's wall-to-wall flooring.
Yes!
I don't know what that means.
Wow.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course, yes. Hey, there you are. So
There he is.
The camera's right over there.
Oh, hello. Oh,
Yeah, the camera's up on the
There's
bookcase.
100 things.
I'm a collector.
I found the
The
camera.
light.
So yes. If you've never been inside of our apartment before, Commodore has a collection of horror movie
Sure,
memorabilia and other kind of random stuff that he loves.
There we
You guys have seen it on our DJ show.
He collects a lot.
There is probably 500 DVDs on bookcases. There's a whole pop figure collection. There's a bunch of posters. And so Coach walks in and sees all that, and just like, where do I even look?
It's like gremlin. No, the code to get in, which was Figment is wantif, was the thing that was
No,
boggling.
I said waiting, but I'm rush typing because we were live.
All right, so anyone who doesn't know Coach should know that I'm a hugger.
Yes,
Get in here.
Yes.
Ah, you
You've got
bastard.
people like on YouTube saying hello.
Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Hello. Are we on Twitch?
We should be on all three. I
All right.
updated
Hello,
those
Twitch.
links.
The medication's supposed to fix the twitch.
All 2 people watching on Twitch.
Yeah,
Hi.
2 people are on Twitch right now.
Ha
YouTube's got 4 people.
I say this all the time. Please go to our Twitch. Please go to our YouTube. Even if you mostly watch us on Facebook, subscribe to our Twitch and our YouTube so we can grow those numbers. Because sometimes our Facebook feed will go down. Sometimes our Twitch feed will go down. Sometimes our YouTube feed will go down.
Sometimes I go down.
Yes, he does.
Well, that'll cost you some extra cabs for sure. But if any one of those 3 go down, as long as there's at least one still playing, we will keep streaming. If you're subscribed to all 3 and Facebook cuts us or Twitch cuts us, you can just jump to another channel. And like I said, as long as at least one of those is still going, we'll keep doing the show. If for some reason all 3 go down, we'll have to restart the show. That does not happen very often, but it's always good to have those backups. Plus, if we can get 100 subscribers on YouTube, we get a custom YouTube URL, which makes it a lot easier to find us. Our Twitch is, of course, Wasteland Talk. Our URL, just on YouTube, search for Wasteland Talk. And then Facebook, we're always live on Commodore or Danny Fontana's, but Commodore Pistolwhip's Facebook page.
Yeah.
I'm posting the links for YouTube and Twitch.
And also, I was told earlier that our normal merch store, Gilly, apparently he's got some family stuff that he's got to do today. So Figment, if you get a chance, if you can post his link to our patches, because I guess he messaged me saying he's not going to be able to watch tonight because he's got some family in town visiting, whatever he's got going on.
That's why I abandoned my family tonight.
All right.
Well, yeah. That's always a good way to go with it.
Yeah, just cut them loose. They can survive on their own.
There you go.
So, I am excited. We are excited. We have our special guest coach of the Dead Crows, or also of the Hecklecopter.
Yeah.
And we started off earlier, like I said, with the Hecklecopter video. Like I said, I put together a little video of the Hecklecopter to the MASH theme.
4 times last night.
Oh,
As soon as it came on and I heard that intro music, I was like, oh no!
it's gonna be that type of video. It's that type of video.
Oh, you don't know how much I love MASH. I just love MASH.
Well, I'm glad that he did it.
I was putting that together, and I was just... I'm running through, watching it again and again, adding a photo, adjusting the size of the photo, zooming in, and getting all the photos just right. And as I'm re-listening to this theme again and again, I'm laughing so hard that I got tears in my eyes because I'm just loving putting this together. And then I'm trying to go back and keep it serious and get back into it. It was so much fun.
It almost builds like a Too Many Cooks vibe as it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Like, when will this war end? Oh wait, it's all just Hecklecopter. Okay, it's fun.
But I mean, in true MASH form, the show was longer than the actual war. So you got to make the video long too. You got to loop it, you know.
Oh, no.
Shut up! What do you? And now David Dufour's calling me as fucking usual. Dufour, what do you want?
Fuck you!
Hey, Dufour, turn down the show in the background. We can hear the show in the background.
It echoes.
There you are!
Hiya.
Fuck you!
Yes, Dave. What would you like?
So we've had Dave call into the show before. What you can do is you can put your phone near the microphone and they'll actually be able to hear it.
All right,
That's
Dave.
how we do our call-in guests. We're not that sophisticated.
I muted him.
Who
We're not tech savvy.
Hey, you're good. You called Coach. Go ahead and talk. You're on air, man.
Yeah, this works.
You're on with us.
Well, fuck off, you guys.
You too.
This is amazing. This is fucking amazing.
We've got Dave DeFore, Short Bus. Hey, buddy, how you been?
Oh, fucking living the dream, avoid the nightmare, man. I hope you guys clean your gutters and your buttholes out because NorCal's gonna get hit with some shit tomorrow.
You asshole!
Yeah.
I went on my roof today, blowing out all my gutters. I was like, "Fucking Dave, goddamn fucking like spirit fairy of getting up on your roof and not dying."
I had to go retar some shit. I had to clean out all the gutters and cover up the RV and clean up all this shit in the backyard. And I felt like I was getting ready for the fucking wet apocalypse.
All right.
Waterworld?
Waterworld is coming to Sacramento.
As I like to say,
Exactly.
wetness me.
Wetness me! Love it. Oh.
Yeah, we live in an apartment, so as long as our maintenance people kept up the fucking repairs, we should be all right. But we're on the first floor,
Right.
so it'll flood the second floor first.
Good. Yeah, have that fucking inflatable boat ready.
There you go.
Waterworld.
Right?
I know where I'm going.
Didn't everybody want to do a water world? So let's do it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Sounds fun, dude. I'll
Yep.
get you some floaties.
No, I saw that you guys were on, and then Coach popped in, and that just tickled my fancy. So I thought I'd give you guys a ring and see what the fuck is up.
Oh, yeah.
Bitch.
Oh, bitch.
Love you.
I don't know how I feel about
Fuck
his
you!
fancy
I
getting
wish I had a
tickled when he
camera.
sees me, though.
You piece of shit. So, hey, who's going? Are you? Any of you fuckers going to this Metropolis thing?
Hell yeah!
This motherfucker.
Yeah, I actually plan on going to Neotropolis.
I'm not.
I've got
Really?
a whole thing planned for it, yeah.
Oh, God,
Yep,
yeah.
I'll be with the
Fuck.
gentleman loser. So, over at 66.
Okay.
So come on by and pass
all
out in our bar.
You guys just kind of helped me make up my mind. Me and Chris might be going to this thing too.
Fuck yeah.
So I haven't mentioned it too much, but I'm actually setting up a whole thing with Mimsy from Haven and probably Gilly, and we're gonna do like a whole like hacker bar hangout thing. I've got 26 flat screen monitors in my bedroom that I'm gonna rig up to do a hacker array with Raspberry Pis. It's gonna have a bunch of like random clips from like The Matrix and the movie Hackers and just like random shit showing on all these screens. It's
I was
gonna
gonna
be,
bring a
like
Gibson.
a full hacker bar.
Yeah,
it's gonna-
Dude, that would be badass.
yeah. So yeah.
That'll be badass.
I've been working it out with Mimsy. We're actually going to bring her RV and her truck, and we're going to pile in all of my monitors, and we're going to set up like a whole array. We're going to probably use Gilly's solar power setup from the arcade this year. Like we're working on it all. By April, we'll have it all figured out.
I don't know what the fuck Road Rash is planning, but oh god, I hope.
Yeah, I'm not
Fuck.
even gonna be Hatter technically. I'm gonna be like this hacker persona person. I don't even have the full character worked out yet.
Yeah.
So we got
You know what a shit show that Road Rash is, so who the fuck
Just
knows
go
what
do
we're
your
gonna
own
throw
thing,
against
man.
the wall and see if it
Yeah.
sticks.
If you get shacked up with your own tribe at Neo, you're doing it wrong. Like, go do your own thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, we're doing a whole different thing. It's gonna be like a hacker bar. Like, okay, if you've seen the movie Hackers, that fucking like futuristic arcade that they keep hanging out in.
oh yeah.
It's gonna be a
I've seen
really
Hackers.
low budget version of that.
I'm going to be directing people to the pool on the roof.
Idiots.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got Erickson saying, "Hey, look at these assholes," and then we got Commander Bacon going, "Bah, fuck you guys."
Goat heads.
Oh shit.
Goat heads got the honor on the makeshift fucking drone map. The helicopter is sitting in front of goat heads. It is forever immortalized in front of goat heads.
The fun part is the helicopter
Dude, that
is on the
beautiful.
map
That big
twice.
fucking
Is it?
map
Yeah.
that they made?
Yeah.
yeah, that fucking
Big
giant ass
dude,
map.
That's badass.
So
Yeah.
I got to give me a copy.
we got Zyga going,
Fuck
"What's
yeah.
that?"
I heard that somewhere. Was
Everybody
that a
get a
commercial?
copy of that.
A couple. I
I'm
heard
supposed
that
to be
on the
doing a
movie
segment
once.
on his show sooner or later here.
Yeah, we're gonna
On,
do.
Makeshift?
Yeah, you're gonna be on makeshift show.
Yeah.
No
he's gonna
shit.
do a whole fucking road rash thing.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're actually planning a crossover with him also. We're going to do one where he's going to be on our show. Hopefully we can actually finally get a video on that
You
one.
need a drink?
I got to get some advice on him on how to set all that up. He's better at this shit than I am. But
Hey, fucking coach, man. What color are you gonna paint the helicopter, man?
I want to do, if Last Chance is coming back, bright orange, and we're going to put 1 billion on the side of it and see how many times...
That sounds ugly.
See how many times it gets delivered into Last Chance.
yes! It's worth $1 billion.
Bankrupt them.
Just turn it in for all the caps.
Fluorescent orange, man. Fluorescent orange, dude. That would always be a good color.
Yeah. Someone in on YouTube, Andrew Dean, high score for stealing the copter the most times during any event by one group.
Oh. Who's that group?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there a group that has that? Like, if there is, let us know.
Yeah.
We want to know.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna get into a bunch of stuff with Coach. We want to know the backstory. So I'll just give you guys a brief thing of what's going on. You don't necessarily have to answer all these questions just yet.
I know nothing.
We want to know the backstory of how the fuck you ended up with a fucking helicopter. We want to know. We want to know what is the deal with it, because I know this year there were a lot of people who just kind of randomly stole it.
Yes.
But I know that there are also missions it's supposed to play in, but to be honest, I didn't know about any of those. I just fucking stole it just like everybody else.
Everything you need to know is right here.
Oh,
Interview over.
we have the fucking trading
See
card.
you guys. I'm going home now.
We have the trading card. Am I in front of the camera?
Yes.
Yeah, you
you're
got
good.
We got the trading card for the helicopter.
Beautiful.
I'll be posting this later on our Instagram so you guys can read all the details.
Short bus,
Right
still
on,
there?
hey, I'll let you guys getting on, and I'll enjoy the show.
that?
Cheers, motherfuckers.
Hey.
I'm gone.
Fuck you! I love you!
Cheers.
Give my love to Chris.
See ya. Having dated before, calling us is always
You know,
a huge
I
treat.
almost just drove by and snagged him.
That would be great.
I would
Because
not
he doesn't live that far away.
No.
I would not be mad if you did it. Like, seriously. Like,
Matter of fact, Dave, since I'm sure you're still watching, we need to do a show where you are on the show with us. We will go live from your place.
yeah,
we
let's
can
do
do
it
it
his
here
place.
or the Choice Cave.
You gotta
I
do
think
it the choice
You
cave.
gotta do it
You gotta
the
do
Dude,
Choice Cave.
the Choice Cave is the fucking tits.
Yeah.
So we've got to plan a show where we go to the Choice Cave and we can have Dave on the entire time, and you can give us all the crazy antics. I want to hear about the piss rock. I want to hear about the den.
No
I want to
one
hear about short bus. I want to hear it all. I want to hear every time Road Rash got in trouble. I want to hear about every rule you guys created. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
I want to hear about that time you got pulled behind a quad and a fucking tire, and back in like 2012.
So we got Zygo saying, okay,
Hi,
orange
Zygo.
helicopter for LCC is brilliant idea. I love it.
Thank you.
And then we got Thomas Wagner saying, oh, hi, guys.
Uh-huh.
And
Hi.
we got TK. You fuckers need a hobby.
He's
TK.
right. Fucking Kurtz.
I need more TK in my life is what I need,
Yeah,
man.
TK, come visit NorCal. We'll have you on the show.
Maybe if you had a hobby instead of just taking pictures of stuff.
Yeah.
I was saying this online, of course. TK shows up now. If you guys know a little bit about Thomas Kerr and TK, what's is it? Sergeant Snapshot.
Yes. Sergeant Snapshot.
I heard he got demoted.
So
like a
TK literally works in the film industry. So this man is a professional, legit. You've seen his fucking work. But not only does he do that for a living, but then he shows up on his vacation and spends his entire vacation photographing our asses. But at the same time, if you look at that man when he's holding that
Yes.
camera, he's got a grin from ear to fucking ear. He is having the time of his goddamn life photographing us being drunk, stupid idiots having the time of our lives.
It's like a Cheshire camera.
Yes.
I bet on that side of it. Taking pictures of drunk people is actually really amusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, his whole vacation is to document our craziness, and he loves doing that. It blows my mind. Both him and Makeshift and the whole crews that do all that film stuff, they love filming us, and I'm like, don't you guys want to join in on the fun? They're like, this is my fun. And I'm
Right.
like, well, fuck yeah, come on, you know?
So we got a comment from Sarah Tanner saying, hey, y'all from the Goat Show. Bye!
Nobody likes
Goat show! You guys were great, man. I showed up when you guys had that stripper this year. That was fucking rad. I just walk in and there's some stripper up there pole dancing, and I'm just like, I think this is where I parked my car.
Yeah, you guys are my kind of wastelanders.
Right.
Oh, but yeah, fucking why don't you say how he's like taking a picture of all our asses? Because sometimes that means literally.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of photos where I've seen a lot of cheeks.
Yep.
Oh, that was fucking crazy. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but when I got locked up in the slammer this year, just as I was about to escape, they have their dryer laundry chute escape thing, and it's a top-loading dryer. So you open it up and you jump inside and you crawl out.
My ass can't fit that.
Yeah, it's not that big. I'm lucky I'm a small guy. I'm only like 5'8", only like 180 pounds. Like, I can fit through spaces.
I'm at the Leroy Jenkins through the fucking gate. That's what I'm going to have to do.
Right? You can just
Walk
knock
out
down
through
the door. But so I open up the fucking laundry chute to do my escape to get back to the show. And just as I open it up, there's a bare ass staring at me. Somebody walked by and fucking dropped trowel just as I opened it, like perfect timing. Like, oh fuck! I just saw somebody's ass. Hold on.
Oh, it was okay. It was ass.
From one chute to another.
And I open it up and I'm ready to like hoist myself up and jump in there. And then I open it, I just lose it. I'm just like, fuck.
That's some human centipede shit right there. What the fuck?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where you were like literally going into the middle, and there it is. The end.
I open it, and it's basically kind of just like this L drop. And so it's just up and drop right out. And so as I open it, I'm staring straight at some guy's ass. And I'm just like, and I'm laughing so hard, I'm like spitting, and I'm trying to like control myself because I'm just like, okay, focus.
Did you see what they had for breakfast?
No, but I saw the dingleberries.
Maybe it's just me.
Oh, they gave you the goat.
They gave me the fucking goat.
I don't actually go to Wasteland for the butt stuff. Is that just like me? Or
Other
just
people go for it.
other people?
Listen. I definitely wasn't planning on it at that moment, but either way, the show's the show, you know. Butt stuff is just part of it. I've said this before, and I'll keep saying this. Nudity is always in theme. At Wasteland, you will see nudity. It will be nudity you like. It will be nudity you don't like. It doesn't fucking matter.
Said choice.
It will be there.
Okay, that's another thing too. Every time we hear the word choice, we need to take a drink.
All right.
And David Ford just say choice.
Choice.
And for those that don't know, anytime anyone mentions Brett Rude during Neotropolis conversations, you take a drink.
Oh, I like that one.
Okay.
On a makeshift show, they
Here's
have
the critical bigs.
Critical bigs.
Yeah, take a drink.
Fuck asses.
And then on a makeshift show, Apocalypse Post, they always do the
War Chief Grim.
War Chief Grim is their
and I
drinking
got my
game.
cap for that.
Well, let's take a drink.
Take a drink.
Take a drink.
Yep.
And Moth Eater replied, comment.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that.
I heard that man eats moths.
Yes.
He put
Amongst
worse
other
things.
things.
Apparently, he put worse things in his mouth.
No, he was eating lots of bugs all weekend.
So,
that's his thing. It is. He brings bugs. He'll bring like the dried out, like salt and peppered ones. And
someone in our camp had slug jerky this year.
Ugh.
Hell yeah, I would have tried that. I would have tried
Thomas
that.
Wagner is Gateway. Okay.
Yes.
And Moth Eater's here saying it was wild mule. It was a mule ass.
Yeah, okay.
was that the person? It was
Yeah, that was wild mule, and you saw a mule ass.
Nice. I had no idea who it was. It was just so quick and random, you know.
Yeah.
Wow. A lot of butt stuff.
A lot of butts and a lot of titties. That was the fun part. When I got there, I realized, like, wait, I can walk around topless and no one will give a shit? I don't think I wore a shirt beyond, like,
You wore the
at
vest.
night a little bit. I wore the vest.
You wore a mostly open vest,
More
yeah.
often than not, my titties were out and I'm just like, oh dear gods, thank you.
Freedom.
Because
Yeah.
bras are fucking annoying.
And it's the fucking wasteland, so like your skin's all dried out. And I mentioned this before too. Like I have a shirt for Wasteland.
Oh.
I'm not wearing it right now.
You did grab Dave before.
I didn't grab it.
But I
He's
have.
like, hey coach, you should have fucking come and grabbed me, god damn it. Drink.
We are doing a show. We are going to have you on the show. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
We'll work it out. We're
We're
do a
gonna
whole
plan
show
stuff.
with
Like I
you.
said, we'll do it at the Choice Cave where your fucking ass can come here, and we'll have a box full of Coors Light just
Be
for
out of
you.
here so fast. You said choice like 3 times.
Yeah. On YouTube, Andrew Dean, whatever your Wasteland name is, let us know. It's like talking about Hatter pulling
Yeah, he's the one that gave us the canes.
If you don't
Okay,
if
yeah.
you don't have your Wasteland name on your screen name, just let us know and we'll try our best to use
Yeah,
it.
we're taking Figment's taking note of all the
trying to
names.
take notes.
At
They
the
said-
same time, along those same lines, if you have particular pronouns or anything like that, please just let us know. We will try our best to remember
Did
those.
you see the pronouns for the hecklecopter?
No.
No, what are
Look
the
at the
heck
card.
Card!
I
Oh,
gave
shit.
you all the information.
You didn't give me the information. You
Sorry.
gotta give it to the sober one.
Right. You got to give
Pronouns. It. What. Where? No, where?
Word.
I like that. But, he
Well,
has
the real pronoun should be why.
never ask why
Ran
at
out of
Wasteland.
room.
That's what major thing I learned. Never ask why at Wasteland.
You're gonna learn.
Just enjoy.
So,
Red Rat. Okay, Mater.
before we get to the huge topic of the night about the helicopter, I have a little reading I must share.
Oh, God.
We got mail!
Now, I was given to this by a first-timer who's a huge fucking viewer of the show. Doesn't really talk on the show, like comment and shit,
Who watches?
but watches, and like
Hey.
I ran into him. They were like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm meeting you." I'm like, "Why?"
We got a lot of that this year, and
Why?
the outpour of support, and you guys are like, "Oh my god, it's so great to meet you." That was like the best surprise of Wasteland this year. Yeah.
The
Go ahead.
name of this particular Wastelander,
Mr. McFeely.
Warbird,
Damn it. So close.
and
I like Warbird.
This person is like this guy. This was their first year,
Mhm.
and I'm giving this person going into my top 3 first Wastelander of the year, of that year. So they gave me a note near the end of our little hangout, and it's a little envelope that says, "You poor bastard." So I'm going to open up this letter and read it out to you.
Okay.
Just tell you what it says. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Oh, god damn it! That is the modern day Rick roll, I swear to fucking God.
Yeah. You think you were safe at the Wasteland, but no, your car warranty is still reaching out to you out there.
I would really like for Carl Stabler to be on right now because I received no less than
I
something
know
like
Carl. I love Carl.
200
Ooh.
extensions of my helicopter warranty from everyone, including a Nigerian prince and myself. I sent myself a notice at one point in time. All day long, I had couriers coming in and going, "Coach?" I'm like, god damn it.
No, I'm not here.
I have a stack of them. I literally.
So, wow. Apparently, Mender's pronouns is asshole.
that is
a lot.
perfectly acceptable pronouns.
What's the
okay?
plural?
Asshole
Assholes.
the meal.
Ah,
Asshole
I like the
meal.
Comments.
Yes, I'm coming. So we got
Why don't you read the comments?
No,
Because he
okay,
reads
such a
Facebook.
beautiful voice.
We've got
Facebook.
3 different comment
yeah.
sections.
I
to
do
keep track
Facebook.
of.
They do Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
Ah.
So we
And that
got.
was on
I see how this works.
Yeah,
It's
so-
a crapshoot.
Since we were on that
Have you
already,
seen the
for
show
anybody
before?
watching, Figment's
The show
pronouns are they,
started.
them.
she,
So
they.
yeah, she,
She.
they.
It's a she. They.
Sometimes
Void.
it's void. I like the void.
Dude,
Gender fluid.
you
So
need to
you know
update your
whatever.
drivers.
It does that a lot.
Yeah. We ignore
So we
it.
got more comments. We got a couple
Yes.
from Short Bus. My shop
Short
is a
Bus?
fucking goddamn mess right now, man. We'll do it at your place. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. If we have to pick your ass up, we'll do it.
Absolutely. I will come over there and sweep 4,000 pounds of cigarette butts and Coors Light cans to make room. Fuck you, Dave. We're coming.
Baby!
I don't like.
I'm going to.
Okay,
I am
good.
going to. So, and then apparently Dave DeForest pronouns is drink, drunk.
Drink, drunk. Yes.
All right. This is Bride of Chucky's freaking me out right now.
Oh, my Tiffany?
Yeah.
She's hot.
I mean, yeah, for a short chick.
That's my horror waifu.
Yeah.
Horror waifu, yes.
Yeah.
That's my horfu.
Horfu, I like it. Horfu.
Crazy shit up in here.
And most of it's his.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm pretty into it though.
Yes. The puppets, the fucking gremlins.
Listen, the only thing in this living room that's mine is the 2 3D printers.
I've got a few
No,
of
you,
the pops
you,
over
got, you
here.
got stuff.
So have you ever thought about 3D printing a 3D printer with a 3D printer?
Yeah.
My first 3D printer is mostly 3D printed, yes.
Fucking A. Because I'm pretty analog, and one time I speculated that you could most likely lathe a lathe using a lathe. But
Yes.
what size lathe do you start with, and is it wood or metal lathe?
That's a good question. But yeah, you can totally 3D print a lot of a 3D printer. And my first 3D printer that I got was a kit that I built. Once I built it, I then printed a bunch of pieces to upgrade it.
Wait, what?
Alright, I need someone to make tiny little hecklecopters.
So.
Oh, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
We can totally talk about that.
People love the
He can make that happen.
I can make that happen.
Yeah.
I am also in real life a professional CAD designer.
So we got
So I have
L
some skill.
click, L click, L click.
we got a couple comments.
Yeah.
Short Bus is like, oh God, yeah, girl, Chris knows my fucking voiceville, man. Says Day Before.
That's typical Dufour gibberish. So
Yes,
what he just said there was, I accept your request, and I would be honored to see you guys forthwith.
that or call him so we can hear his voicemail and see what it sounds like.
Oh God,
I gotta
he's
change
been
the battery in my
probably
head.
calling me again.
Go change the vape.
Yeah. It keeps
But-
giving me funny-
well-
I have no voicemail from you, Dave.
Hold on. I'm gonna kill this and then I'll get to that.
Okay.
So, we got a gateway going. We need more pineapples that check in. This year was disappointing.
Well, yeah, but all right. So a lot of people at Wasteland don't understand the pineapple thing, and I still don't fully understand it. Only the people at check-in know it, and it was mostly a lot of people I think
I'll be back.
thought Nix and the pineapple were like one and the same, but apparently check-in just likes the idea of the pineapples because Nix apparently doesn't like pineapple, so it's just a check-in thing. So that's the short version of what I understand because I was drunk at the time. But check-in loves being loved. And go out there. No, don't go out there. Just when you come in, pay them your respect, love, throw pineapples.
Go out there when it's time to go to Wasteland.
Yes.
Or volunteer and help them out because they always need more people.
So
one of the biggest reasons that the line gets so long and so slow, they don't have enough help check in.
Oh, they were kicking ass this year.
They were, don't get me wrong. They worked their ass off. This is no bad talk on them. They worked their ass off. I'm just saying they need more help. So if you love check-in, go work fucking check-in.
And I have to let you guys know, volunteering at Wasteland is fucking awesome. Not only does it give you a free ticket, but you also get to meet a lot of really cool folk. And volunteering out at check-in, I went out there every day just to check on those folks, make sure everything was up. I helped with a little bit of their fancy infrastructure. But they were just awesome. And every time I went out there, I just wanted to stay out there. The fact that you got to walk the line and check people in too, that's a fucking riot. I had a great time going out there.
The moment I'm at check-in and I see Day Before with his chaps,
Oh God.
with his ass hanging out, as chaps do, I know I'm home.
I mean, if you haven't seen Dave Defore's ass, have you even Wastelanded? Just saying.
Yeah. Do you even Wasteland, bro?
Oh God.
So, I'm going to do a little shameless plug.
Shameless plug. You gotta have shameless plug music or a jingle.
Oh, we'll add some samples. I got my DJ equipment up now.
What about Wayne's World shameless plug?
Oh, well, we get compared a lot to the Wayne's World show, and I'm all for it.
I feel that vibe.
Because you love the fucking movies.
I love the movie. I love the sketches on SNL.
Yeah.
Big fan of that shit for sure.
Anyway, Wayne's World.
Excellent.
All right, plug the thing.
Yes. We'll just have Tim Cottage come here and just play guitar.
Or unplug the thing.
Anyway, yes.
Yes.
So
here's
there's
the thing.
as most of you viewers know, we go to a local brewery called Fountainhead, and I got something new that they recently brewed. They have a light beer now, so even you, Day Before, can you enjoy the amazement of local brewery.
What is their new light beer?
Kill your liver in
Yeah.
comfort.
Fountainhead Light.
Fountainhead Light. I was just there to pick up some beers. I didn't even see that one.
Yeah. I was taking a look because I was basically looking for their Aletoberfest, but they have a new version called Fest Beer.
Yeah, I have the Fest Beer. I got one of those.
Which was good.
Yeah.
But the fact that there's a light beer at a brewery.
Hey, I mean, they also carry a seltzer. Sometimes you just got to go with what sells.
I was basically waiting for the moment for them to do a light beer since they make seltzers.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to go with what sells, you know?
So, I'll let you have the try to have the...
Yeah.
A beer Dave DeFore can drink and enjoy.
While you read comments on Facebook, because there's a number of them now.
I know, because I'm on my phone, so I have to keep refreshing the fucking thing.
Yeah. I have commandeered Commodore's laptop for our intro music because our sound was having so many issues on the previous
I also
days.
love that you're just keeping people hanging about like helicopter-related things.
We're gonna we got plenty of time to talk about
Have you heard of a thing called foreplay?
Yeah, we're gonna. What we're doing now is tickling the audience with a feather.
Yes. This is good.
It's pretty good for. Yeah, did you want to try something?
Like I could knock those back for sure. That is a smooth light beer.
I'll top you
Winner
up.
of Beer Fest 2020 and 2021, right there. Welcome to the Fun Police.
I still need to find myself a team to join that fucking.
Get on in there. It is Stupid Human Pet Tricks with beer. It's so good. Oh, thank you.
Well, there's the Wasteland.
I usually tend to have big heads.
Wasteland has the Beer Olympics.
Big
which
head is
Ward
good on a
19
beer.
Does yeah.
People say this is a bad pour on a beer, but unfortunately, if you really want to get the CO2 out and really get to a good beer's flavor,
just do that Belgian
get
dip.
the acrid. Yeah, the Belgian always more head than beer.
Yeah.
So we got Gateway going. Hello, Coach. Tell the story of throwing the cone at check-in.
Where's that fucking button?
Well, let us get through some of these comments.
We'll plaster. There's not that.
That's a good story.
We'll go into a bunch of heads of comments.
And then we got Chopsticks watching. Hey, Chopsticks, how you doing, girl? So we're going. I didn't know you could get it for free if you volunteer. Yeah, that's pretty much. That's pretty much the reward when you do volunteer.
Yeah, security could always use volunteers. That's a great crew. You walk around with a pair of folks, and then just wander around with a radio and stare at stuff.
And then we got Zyga going, excellent party time.
Yep.
We have any more on YouTube or?
Yeah, if I can do a plug.
It's all dark on YouTube right now.
You guys have seen, I've been going to Wasteland for 10 years. I did not pay for a ticket to Wasteland until 2018. So I went from 2011 to 2018 volunteering every year. So I very much believe in volunteering. It's totally worth it. It's a lot of fun. I've done it. If you want to get in the Wasteland, even if you've been, you want a free ticket, you want to meet some friends, you want to help out, support the event you love, fucking volunteer.
Yes.
We're doing a thing on YouTube.
Are we live or recording or?
We're live on the Marco Polios.
Oh shit! Okay.
Shit.
Claw. What kind of? Okay.
It's a private chat. Oh, Awkward Bob is here. We're out.
Like is a white? They like White Claws. Okay.
Yeah, we had to quit that.
So I got 2 more comments, and then we're gonna hear the story of the fucking cone, and then we'll get to the helicopter.
It was just one cone.
And apparently, all we need is 1 cone.
Yeah.
So we have Mimsy doing this.
Hi, Mimsy!
Look at how beautiful all the you weirdos are. Hearts. And then we got Data 4 going.
Who's the weirdo?
I'm the weirdo.
Oh,
yeah.
I like you anyway.
Thank you.
We got a weirdo, we got an old bastard, and we got a soulless bastard. The ginger.
Yeah.
No, he's not soulless. He has a soul for each freckle.
Yeah, that's right. He gets a soul. He gets a freckle for every soul he collects.
Hey, hair's actually coming along great.
Yeah,
you can headbang pretty good now.
I was just flogging Molly last week, and I fucking had a great time. I was so dizzy. I'm like, woohoo!
So Dave DeFore's like, love working the goddamn line. Talk to Tex.
Oh my god, the day before. I'm not on the line, guys.
All right, go with the cone story.
Okay, so for those that don't know, Wasteland upgraded quite a bit of their security system and their network apparatus so that the check-in actually works. Imagine that! So,
it still had some hiccups, unfortunately.
This year had no hiccups. There were, other than the fact that the QR codes for the people's passes there were 2 different QR codes.
Okay,
and
so that's where I ran into a problem.
No
yeah.
one knew that ahead of
Okay.
it. That there was a QR code that the phone would give you from the California website.
Yes.
And there was one that the scanner would work with, and no one knew.
So that must have been where I ran into the problem.
That was the
I
problem.
still brought
So go
my
ahead.
car just for emergencies.
Yeah.
Like, here's proof right here. See?
But at no point in time did the network see any outages. The internet stayed up,
Yep.
and they were able to not only check with the databases, everyone's vaccine cards, but their tickets, and everything stayed super safe, super cool. How many people got COVID?
Oh, nobody.
0!
Oh, yeah.
That's
the
what
entire
happens.
event was vaccine mandatory, and
Yeah.
that was great. And then the QR code stuff. The only thing, like, I had a passenger with me who had brought their physical card, but then when we were there in line, they're like, "Can you bring up the QR code?" And then, of course, so we're trying to rely on the fact that their phone.
Yep. And that's why I always tell my
couldn't
tribe.
really connect, and so she's trying to like get the
Screenshot,
QR code
people.
Screenshot.
and like
Yep.
all that shit. Anyway,
Print it out.
That's-
Always
that's
print
it.
it out.
there was a bit of a hiccup there, but it all got worked out. We did, of course, get it. It just took an extra couple minutes.
Yeah, but it was a couple of minutes instead of a couple hours.
Yeah.
Right.
So the network was staying up, but every morning I would drive out and I would just go check on it and make sure it worked good. Well, this day was actually the first day, and it was like me and Pilo out there, and I was like, let's just do a crash course. Let's just set up checkout line like randomly for, I think it was it was the morning before of early entry. And so we're people who are just going to come in, they were on someone's list anyway. And so I was like, let's just try it out. Let's just hit it. And so we stopped the line. The first people in were the traders, the faceless merchants.
Okay.
All right.
And it was a shit show. Because you have to learn sometime. And it was the faceless merchants, and they did the absolute most amazing thing I've ever seen. They had one binder, all the merchants in one binder, everything custom sleeved, all in there.
Organized.
And they were all going through the whole thing. But that meant we had like 12 people, 5 cars, all snagged up until we could get them all through. So because one binder and 5 cars, it was a shit show.
Okay.
One binder per car, folks. Learn from them. They did a great job. But
I mean,
That's a well-oiled machine of a
Yeah.
tribe right
It's
there.
great that they thought that far ahead, but breaking it up just a little bit more.
I mean, there's lessons to learn in everything.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like
absolutely.
not putting their camp in a squirrel habitat because Zool sucked. But those poor check-in folks. Anyway, so we're out there and we're just testing the system, crashing it in, and it's only Pilo checking people in. So we get through the first little bit, add some more people in, and then every time we'd sort of clear the line out, all of a sudden, like 3 more cars would show up. And we're like, when can we get a break so we can just shut it down? Because like we're giving wristbands to folks, but when can we just be like, yeah, just go see us over at the command center?
Yeah.
Like at no point in time did we make them like find that point. We're like, fuck, and we finally hit it. We finally hit that point
This
where
was
it's all
just
done.
supposed to be a short test. Now it's an all-day test.
Yeah. So I guess this wasn't the cone thing. Yeah, I thought it was the same day. Anyway, that's what happens when I'm drinking on the job. Anyway, so
That's all we do here. I don't know what you're
So
talking
I
about.
could've
We drink and we bullshit Wasteland.
yeah. So,
And sometimes I run the show right, but other times shit doesn't work.
that was the wrong story. I'm going to skip 3 tracks. So here we go. But that was just like what happens when check-in runs right, but we were testing it, and
Yeah.
everything goes wrong in the right way. So I'm out there another morning, and as I like to do, because they're a fun group, and I just want to make sure everything the day before worked well. Is there anything I can fix for you guys? They're just like, no, and I'm hanging out, and they're stamping out buttons and just having fun. We're writing all kinds of shit on little buttons they're stamping out, and a car just decides to just zoom through the line going out. And,
Going out.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if I was being a distraction, most likely, but they want to make sure the people going out have the wristband on.
Yeah.
And so this person just goes by. And the security person that was working the line at the time, I think that was a main gate or whatever her name is.
Gateway?
Gateway.
Gateway.
It's just like she cannot wave them down. And so I run out and I run into the road and I'm like, I'm going to catch up to this car. I've already run out and caught all of Miranda's paperwork as it tried sailing off.
So
into
you're the
asphalt.
fucking dog chasing
I'm like,
the car.
I will do it! And I'm hearing like chariots of fire in the background. And I'm like, this car is going like 20. I'm not going to be able to catch up to it. And so I hook.
Well, you're supposed to go fucking 5 miles an hour.
But I couldn't.
Asshole.
They weren't doing that either. So as I was running down the road, I hooked the last cone in the line with my pinky, and I just sort of like overhand it, whoo, and it pitches and goes whoo, out in front of the darn car, lands in the road in front of the car, like screeched to a stop. The fuck is going on?
That was like, yeah! That's a once in a lifetime.
So basically, you really just Mario Karted and threw the banana.
Yeah.
No, he threw the blue turtle shell.
The blue shell, yes.
Yeah,
that is amazing, dude.
Yeah, the anticlimactic part is they had a wristband on. They could have just gone.
But still, now you know.
So, they
And
made me a
that's
button
great.
that says like Coach Conejucker, which is a much cooler name than Coach, which has all the like the shit authority to it, because that was literally how I got my name in line. My first Wasteland, like back at H Park, like three years before H Park disappeared.
Yeah.
I was in line, my first Wasteland, all 5 of us who were the Dead Crows, sitting there like 7 in the morning, the sun's kind of coming up, and some guy walking through, like this drunk-ass guy working line, walks up and goes, "You look like an asshole coach I had in high school." And everyone's like, "Does he?" And he goes, "Yeah, you look like my old coach. That should be your name, Coach." And I had no name, and my entire group of friends all went like, "Yep." And that's how I got my name, because I look like some asshole.
Some asshole coach. But at the same time, like you've ran with it, because I've noticed that you wear the shorty shorts, like 1970s shorty shorts, like PE coach at Wasteland all the time.
It's a look.
Yeah.
Very look.
So we got a few comments. We got the beautiful Kitty Darling. I'm going to volunteer for 2022.
Yes,
we got
do
volunteer.
it.
Do it. Go for
Do
it.
it.
Have the experience. You're gonna love it.
Tell them Hatter sent you. They don't like me.
Yeah.
You guys, if you guys know, so I like I've mentioned, I did a bunch of volunteer. I did a lot of volunteer where I was on build crew. One of the things I did on build crew was fuck up Adam Chelson's brand new fucking cement build lot by spilling black paint all over it. And he's just like, you know, Hatter, I know you can build a lot of stuff. I like having you on build crew. I also don't like having stains on my brand new concrete. And I'm just like, sorry.
You pissed off Adam. God damn it.
That's why he doesn't show up.
Well, going back
This
to...
is why he hasn't been watching recently.
Going back to build crew, there's pre-build, which is going over to Adam's spot.
That's what I was doing. Yeah, that's what I was doing
fun,
that year.
good parties there.
Oh yeah, I wish I could experience that.
That was so when back in 2013 when Wasteland built the stage that they have now. It took a whole team to build that stage. I was part of that team. And that was actually when I spilled the paint, because we were painting the command center. You know how it's that dirty black
Chalkboard black.
So that's mine. I painted that with we took a what do you call it? The fucking air spray paint, and we added in straight up fucking dirt from Adam's property, mixed in with the fucking air gun, and painted the whole fucking command center. Well, the black paint that got mixed in with that
That's
dirt
dedication to craft.
was the same black paint that I spilled all over his concrete.
That's a whole new level of saying it needs more dirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has all the dirt.
Yes.
So, on YouTube, you've been asked, did Hatter get his cane back and unpack?
No.
I see 4K.
I am unpacked.
Those are mine.
I have not gotten the cane back yet. It is. I need to check with them because they're supposed to be shipping it to me.
So the
But I
cane
am
just
unpacked.
is-
See, I got my
That's
tie
a good way
on.
to
I
keep
got
it
my
on.
shirt on.
Oh.
I've got the full outfit today. So I am unpacked. But by unpacked, I mean I brought the tote from the patio into my bedroom.
So
Yeah.
we got more comments. We got R saying, always bring a hard copy of any documents you need. Then we got Gateway saying, there is no Porto, only Zool, and slow the fuck down.
Yep.
Slow the fuck down. 5 miles an hour.
Truth.
Yeah.
Truth be to that.
And we got a fellow Dead Crow,
There are no dead crows.
Jeremy.
I made it up. Oh, fucking shots.
Shots.
Shots was one who I
Hi
ran the
guys.
top
Hi
hat.
Coach.
I go.
So if you guys, 2021, I got to be a guest judge for the Dead Crow Top Hat contest, and Shots was the guy setting it all up and running it. So that was a lot of fun.
The hat competition was actually head case.
Okay. Yes.
And I think you got to DJ.
Yeah, I got
Shots
to DJ.
set that up with that.
Yeah, I set up.
Yeah.
Shots set me up to DJ.
Shots was my
Dead
point of
Crows.
contact.
Weren't you supposed
that's
to
what
be
it was.
a judge for the air guitar competition?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, you should have. We had like 5 injuries. Literal
shit.
injuries.
From air guitar.
Air guitar, yeah. I'm wearing
Wow.
I'm wearing
People
the
are
shirt right
getting
now.
into it.
The Battle of the Strands.
Nice.
Crowchilla.
Stop!
Coachella, best Coachella ever.
Yeah. Well, I'll put my link up for my shit merch. Which,
And-
by the way, all my merch, it's all set to like charity. So they donate money somewhere. I make nothing off of my.
Is that
stupid...
the link you sent me? Or
No,
is that
that's a different
You
one.
posted like your merch shit online. a
Yeah,
lot,
that's on
yeah.
the Karen's Transients right now.
Alright,
okay.
Yeah.
Also, we have Crypt saying, "Fuck you!" Hey, Crypt.
I feel like I've heard that before.
He helps with the dinky dive.
Fuck you.
I broke into my
He
first
also
pub-
gave me a 24-pack of Yingling.
Ah,
and
good
we
beer.
finished off his
We
thing,
finished that off.
That's a potion.
because I
It
finished
was a
off my
potion.
first bottle of Faygo. I still have the cotton candy left. I haven't.
Oh, that's the guy who was bringing you to Fago.
Yeah.
Nice.
He brought the
Yes,
Fago, he
yes.
brought me Yingling.
Yeah. So, yeah, we were talking about that before because Figment's a big Fago fan and an ICP fan,
Good.
Yes.
a Juggalette.
Now,
No,
They say-
I'm fam. There's a difference. I do not call myself a
All right.
Gillette.
I don't know all the lingo. I'm sorry.
I want
My
to tell
bad.
you guys about my first Coors Light.
all right, we'll hear that.
What were you
for
going to
that.
say?
I want to say there was a lot more to volunteering at Wasteland than just the stuff you do at the event.
Yes.
Light.
If you've got the time, the Vanguard team going out and doing perimeter with
Yes.
Carl and his team.
Yes.
Carl is a goddamn teddy bear of a saint of a man. Fantastic guy to work with. And those guys that work out on perimeter and everyone else who starts the early build at Wasteland, it was like camping. It felt like Boy Scout camping, like back in the good old days. Where you're
Oh,
just
I know
out
that.
there.
I'm an Eagle Scout.
You
so I
still
know.
are, sir.
Yes,
Because
true.
so
true.
am I.
Yes,
So-
true.
Aw.
So I got to go out there the Monday prior to Wasteland,
Yeah.
and there were like 12 people out there,
Nice.
and just look at those sunsets and sunrises
Oh.
every morning, and
I
just,
missed showing up early for that shit.
and
yeah.
it was just everyone everyone just was amazing, and it was such a cool crew, and to get to know those folks, and instead of seeing Wasteland as all the different tribes and the chaos going on, but actually seeing the core people that really have it in their heart and build it up and know them all by name, and then see them as leaders in tribes, or they're just over there in Fort Kickass, just like still just being there. Like there's at least one person, I will not name him for name, he gets really upset that Wasteland actually happens because it gets in the way of his build and teardown.
Well, goddamn.
But Jameson, I love you anyway. I don't think he's watching this.
There are some dedicated, absolute dedicated people. If I can mention just one particular person I know by name, Boss Caps
Fucking
is
Boss
one of
Cat.
those guys
The man formerly
Yep.
known as Boss Calf.
who shows up super early to the event, digs trenches, runs fucking electrical wire. The guy is a legit certified electrician. He knows his fucking shit. I swear to God, he's wired up that entire event. And he's wired it up great, but also Wasteland themed. So sometimes it looks janky. It works. It just looks weird because that's the fucking point. But he is one of those. He runs the Rad Stag, or at least helps build that. He ran the casino for years, but he is there early. He is building the event, and then he's running camps. And he's just one of a dozen or so people, more probably, that show up. I swear to God, they're out there for a fucking month building this shit just so that we can come and party for a couple
And
days.
it's fucking worth it. It's such a great time.
So, let's finally talk about the helicopter.
Okay. First, how the fuck did you get a helicopter?
Let's start there.
Yeah, look,
Yeah,
the
let's start
beginning, the origin story.
Right?
You know how all the kids are into memes these days? And they communicate through a meme?
Apparently.
Yes.
I still have no idea what most of that means. I try.
Right? I'm an old man just trying to keep
Yeah.
up.
But one of the things that I've decided to look at on the internet and like is this page on Facebook called I Saw a Helicopter. at least 40% of the people on there go there thinking they will find out why there's a helicopter circling a specific area. I'm sure Dufour is probably watching one right now. And posting about it on Facebook, going, "Look, there's a fucking copter flying around."
We call those ghetto birds, okay?
Yeah.
Ghetto birds.
So the other 40%, now that I'm not done with the math here,
Yeah, go ahead.
are people who are on there just to post dumb memes about helicopters murdering and eating people.
The helicopters are eating people.
Yeah.
This is a rabbit hole I do not know.
And
Please continue.
Then there's a number of other people, I'd say about 12% of the people, leaving the other 8 of spectators like myself, who are genuinely terrified of helicopters and are worried that if they don't pay attention to what the helicopters are doing and why, they will actually come and eat them. And so somewhere between people looking for real information, people feeding false information, and people terrified, that is the I Saw a Helicopter page on Facebook.
Okay.
So join it and throw memes at it. It's been real quiet for a while. So one day, a Wastelander posted a picture of a helicopter that was for sale, screenshotted from the I Saw a Helicopter page on one of the SoCal pages, like, "Oh my goodness, this would make a cool car." And I was like, I am layers deep on this right now. I see in a Wastelander page I Saw a Helicopter page, which I think I just scrolled past, and I'm looking at the photo because I can zoom in on the I Saw a Helicopter page. It's a guy on a local garage sale page posting a helicopter for sale that is a Placer County helicopter, and I live in Placer County. And I was like, where is this thing? And so I sent him a message. I'm like, I need it now. And he's like, cool, here's the amount. I won't tell you the amount. And I was like,
you don't have to,
it's still a good deal. I require this. He's like, well, people are already coming over to buy it. And I was like, I'm already on the way. Can you hear my screeching tires? So the car trailer I needed to transport it was MIA. So I just had to go grab a garden trailer. I threw some 4x4s off the side of it. I was like, we're putting a fucking helicopter on this thing. I don't give a shit. Like, we're getting this thing. And we go. And he's been using it as like a Halloween decoration in the yard. His wife has been using it as grounds for divorce. So it was priced accordingly.
So you got a steal on it.
And it was like 3 miles from my house. So it was like
in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So I
fucking stars align.
I get this thing, and like everyone's brains are just brewing with like, what can we do with this thing? But I was like, we've already got a problem, as most tribes do. We've got a lot of shit and no way to get it down there. And in my tribe, we have a sum total of 50 people and 2 trucks. It's not going to work. We are not an armada of Honda Civics. So I'm like, we can't bring this down as another vehicle. Like, I have this electric sperm car, a Zap Zebra, that our buddy Todd is like, here, have this. We're like, we will die. We don't need that. But thank you. It's just sitting out in the yard. And so I was like, it would work perfect to put it on that when you have a little helicopter we could drive around. But it would work better and this is what we were trying to formulate from the Dead Crows and a lot of people asking, hey, it would be nice when you're heckling us if we knew what you were saying. But when you guys get all riled up, we get like 90 heckles at the same time. And we don't know what you're saying, but it's just loud. And it terrifies people. And we took that to heart. So what we figured is I would build like this thing I called a heckle hut. It was sheet metal with a hole in the front and a nice sheet metal lid that was sitting right out front in our yard. And then we could put between 1 and 4 people inside of it for the duration of the day with a lock on the outside. And then they could heckle from there. Some other people called it torture sweat box, but I thought that would work perfect. And no one ever dissuaded me from it. So we figured we'll have the heckle hut. Suddenly we have a hecklecopter. And I was like, well, it seats 4.
Technically.
So I figured we'll put the helicopter out front, and whoever's sitting in it can heckle. Everyone else just be nice like we normally are, invite people in, give them water, and fucking chill in the shade. So we figured if anyone wants to be in the copter, then they can yell at people. If you've sat in the helicopter, you know our heckles. What are they? What are they? You've read it. You've been in it. I have camera
It had
video.
all the fucking rules.
Yeah,
but-
you. I saw you. I have CCTV video of you getting in that thing one night inside of a bar.
It was like 4 a.m. and we had it inside the Dead Men's Bar. It was fucking great.
I was like, it's Hatter. I've got dirt. So,
Oh, I'll get into that story, but yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
for anyone who thinks that the Dead Crows heckles are racy, riotous, or gender misappropriating, you're right in a weird way. They are nice hat, which we say to people who are not wearing hats. Don't look at us to people who look at us when they're trying to figure out who has the hat on we're complimenting. And other than the caw-caw motherfucker, I forget our third heckle, but it's not very good either.
I mean, the caw-caw motherfucker I definitely know.
Oh, yeah.
We quote that on this show all the time, too.
Stay off the lawn.
Yes.
Stay off the lawn!
Yeah.
We
Yes!
started the lawn,
Yeah.
and we will die on the lawn.
I remember you guys do the stay off our lawn, or when someone's pushing, like, use the door! Don't go through the window!
Yeah, so it's always like just kind of setting someone to go like, what am I doing? Where am I?
What?
This year it was all road safety, and we were trying to get people to use the traffic circle at Main and Seven Sisters appropriately, whilst there was
Seven Sisters appropriate.
yeah, there was no traffic circle.
Oh,
We had a car stuck in there.
even Jeremy responded.
Oh,
Nice hat.
Stay
Stay
off
off
the
our
lawn.
lawn.
I forgot our third heckle. So, but yeah, we were yelling at people, you know, as I am always doing in the front yard, to use the traffic circle and giving them proper rules of how to enter and exit a traffic circle. Look to the left and merge to the right. Use the third exit out of the roundabout. And so, you know, people were walking along, using the crosswalks, not using the crosswalks. It was all just hell. And then at one point in time, we went like, what if we actually did set up a traffic circle? What would happen? So we grabbed a bunch of cones that were just stacked up across the road. Weird story there too. We made our apologies, but someone had moved cones, and then we also moved cones, so the whole thing went wrong. The fire spinners we made amends, I hope, and we love you guys. So we set up the cones in the road in a circle, and I made sure we had 20-foot clearance on either side and a proper visibility through the thing, and they're fucking cones, so if emergency services need to go through, they would just go through the cones. 5 minutes it lasted before it was an absolute train wreck.
Well, because here's the thing. When it comes to, like, roundabouts and weird shit, Americans have no idea what the fuck to do.
No.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
We
So-
are not trained for that in this country.
So we ended up with a war rig sort of like half parked in it, like trying to figure out what to do. And I think it was the Mojave Express. And they're like, we can't figure this out. They gave up. There was a water truck coming down the road, and they're like, nope. And they beeped their way the fuck out. And they went down.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, we got to stop. We got to stop. So we put the cones back and went about our way. But yeah, that was pretty much the highlight of traffic safety this year. We attempted and failed at for our heckling with the Dead Crows. And those heckles are written in the hecklecopter on the main console.
Yep.
With a fourth one that says, Coach says hi. And you can yell that to people if you want. It's optional.
So my story with the hecklecopter. So this year we had a whole setup in general camping. So I was camped with Gilly's Arcade, with Hobo Junction, and then across the street from us, to the left, was the F-Bombs with Fubar.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then across the street from us, like straight out in front of me, was the Dead Men.
Dead man!
Man!
That arcade wanted that thing so bad. They kept saying, like, can you get it delivered over here? We're like, dude,
So,
yeah,
we don't
he-
do
that-
delivery.
that's what I'm
He will
getting
give
into.
that. He will get that.
So Gilly comes to me, and Gilly knows I've been doing Wasteland a long time. I know a lot of people. I have a lot of connections. And he says to me, he's like,
He's so famous.
I really want the hecklecopter. And I said, we can probably do that. We can probably do that. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. I'm already promising something that I have no plan for. Because it's just like, I want a hecklecopter. I'm like, I want a
I got you.
hecklecopter. I got you.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. that
Right?
was-
Right? It's kind of cool. So Gilly says this to me now. This is like fucking Wednesday, like the first day of the event. Gilly's like, I want the hecklecopter. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I want a helicopter. And I'm like, let me give me a day or two. We'll get this worked out. And then so I go over to now fast forward to Thursday, and it's about 2 a.m. or so.
Yeah, it was Thursday.
And I go over to the Dead Men's Bar. Now, because, like I said, the Dead Men was right across the street from us. So basically, I would start my night at Gilly's. I would then go through the whole town, and I would come back, and I would finish my night at the Dead Men's Bar, and then I would go and crash the fuck out because my tent was right there.
Good plan.
So I do that. I do that full loop, and I come back to the Dead Men's Bar, and it's about 2 a.m. And I say to the Dead Man, and I'm already pretty drunk at this point, and I say to the Dead Man, I'm like, hey.
They're better off than they are. They're dead.
I said, hey, so Gilly wants a helicopter, and you guys are the best bounty hunters around who are always great at getting things. What can we do to get a helicopter? Now, Murphy looks at me and goes, we can get a helicopter. Hatter, why don't you take a seat and chill for a bit? We'll get the helicopter. So this is Thursday. This is like 2 a.m. So Murphy goes and starts setting like this whole plan in motion. At the same time, I'm still drinking at their bar, so I'm getting more drunk.
All helicopter stories.
So I'm getting more drunk as I'm sitting there drinking at their bar.
No, I gotta say, I have a side story to this when you're done.
So I don't realize what's all going on, but I swear like another hour or so goes by and I am now way more drunk. And Murphy is setting everything in motion. He's fucking on it. He goes and he talks to Gilly. He confirms that Gilly wants this thing. He's like, okay, how do we get it? Okay, where is it now? Okay, how are we moving it? And so he then goes from, well, Gilly says, hey, it's late. It's already like 2 a.m. Last I saw it, it was at the gates. Well, then it was moved from the gates to the V8.
No.
What was it? Carnival.
No.
Dogs of War.
Dogs of War. Thank you. Dogs of War.
Yeah.
So it was very close.
So it was at the gate
This is Friday then.
when we first eyed it. Well, this is Thursday/Friday morning.
It was AM.
If it was is this the night you stole it?
Yes.
It was Friday to Saturday then.
Maybe it was.
Maybe.
Oh, I am the keeper of the keys.
Okay, so you have the camera, you have the cameras, you're right. So anyway, like I said, I'm telling the story and I was drunk at the time. So they go and from the Dead Men, they talk to Gilly, and then they go and they talk to the Goat Heads, and between the Goat Heads, we get a trailer dolly. Between Gilly, we get a trailer.
Breaking the rules.
Yep, I like cheating.
So, this is why I'm getting into all this, because I actually wanted to hear some of these rules, because myself and the Dead Men and all of us were too drunk, or maybe just didn't care.
Oh, yeah, it was they didn't care.
Good fun's good fun.
But
To have it. Mm-hmm. Have it.
we apparently did a lot of this wrong, and then you can explain to us how we did this wrong.
You sure the fuck?
So we get a trailer dolly, we get a trailer, we get about 6 or 7 people, and now it's about 3-4 a.m. something around there. And now the helicopter has moved from the front gate to the Dogs of War.
Yes.
Now at this point, I'm drunk and I'm like, if we're not getting this copter tonight, I'm going to bed. I'm fucking tired. I'm drunk. I'm ready to pass the fuck out. And I didn't know that this whole time while I'm sitting here just pounding beer and just talking and having fun,
as you do,
that Murphy is setting all this stuff up in the background. So he's on it. He's fucking got it. But I'm too drunk to know the difference. So by the time that I'm ready to just be like, fuck this, I'm going to bed, Murphy's like, no, dude. Just wait a second. We've got it all figured out. We're going to go get it right now. And I'm like, okay, let's go. And so we gather up whoever's in the Dead Men bar, and it's a whole group of us. We wander over to the to where it was with the Dogs of War. We're pulling this fucking vehicle trailer with this vehicle dolly. Now, the whole idea is they're like, hey guys, we gotta be stealth. It's like 3 a.m. We're a bunch of drunk people walking down the street.
I'm gonna make a
trailer in the middle of the night.
Segue that's on point. If anyone has ever been to Wasteland and seen a crowd go by, the crowd has a jovial sort of randomness to their conversation.
Yes.
If anyone has seen a mob go by at Wasteland, they have a totally different tone and determination about them, where they're always speculating, coming up with a plan, and it's always this lower sort of groany tone of like, and you can tell the difference between them, because I've sat there in my RV hearing mobs versus crowds go by, and you can tell when they are going for a helicopter versus just going for another bar. And you're like, wow, and security has confirmed this. They're like, yeah, we can tell when it's a helicopter mob versus a normal mob. And it's just like, it's just the tone. They set a totally different tone. And sometimes they have carts and things.
Yeah, so you can hear the cart rolling on the gravel as we're pulling it, because we've got the dead men pulling it like fucking mules. And they've, like I said, they've got a vehicle dolly, so that's how you just pull a cart without a car. And so they're pulling that, and as we left the bar, we're gonna be quiet, we're gonna be stealth. No, we're all drunk, so our version of stealth and quiet is fucking loud. Okay,
You rolled a 1.
so we
But yet it passed.
But we roll up
You had
to
charisma check on
A
yourself.
lot of charisma.
we roll up to the Dogs of War, and the Dogs of War have rearranged their camp, so they've got this total encirclement of the copter,
Against the rules!
which apparently also is against the rules. So that's why I'm bringing all this up, because I want to hear some of these rules, because I fucked up, and
You all fucked up.
we love the helicopter. We want it to keep coming. We want to know what's up with it. So I'm bringing up all the wrong stuff that we did on purpose, okay? Because I realized after the fact that we fucked up. I didn't realize at the time that it was against the rules.
Well,
but even
none
if
of
I
you
had
were
known,
sober, so-
I was too drunk to probably care.
You can only work with
You
so
just
much
want
sobriety.
you just want the helicopter.
Yeah.
So we roll up there. Like I said, they've got their whole camp circled around it. Now at this point, they've only got like 2 people up guarding it, and they're trying to be like, "Hey, we see you, and if we see you, you have to stop." And we're like, "We're not stopping. You're gonna stop all 10 of us? We've got a trailer. Like, we're drunk. We don't care." So we roll in. We grab it, we hoist it up, we put it on the trailer, we drag the trailer by hand, we get back to Gillies.
Now, I will say, they did play by the rules of 7. Rule number 7 at that point in time. Which is, if a mob comes for the helicopter, play fair.
Yeah, they heckled us from taking it, but they didn't physically stop us.
No.
By the rules. In
rules.
fact, in the spirit of the rules, at that point in time, if they had circled it with a temporary barricade that could have been easily taken apart without destructing or violating anyone's, I would say, boundaries for moving their stuff.
Yeah, they did like a circle the wagons type camp around it.
So
we didn't have to wreck anything or destroy anything.
Where that went wrong in the past and why we set up number 7 was someone circled vehicles around at one time and someone tried to drag one of the vehicles away. And as I always say, and no, I haven't always said this, I've said it for a year now, if it takes careful consideration to put the helicopter into something, a mob will take uncareful consideration to remove it. So
yes.
This is why we don't barricade the helicopter.
No. But yet,
So-
apparently that happened multiple times.
Yeah.
So
We'll get to
that's
later.
why I want to get into all this.
Yes.
Because my whole point is that a lot of us really love that item, and I know that Coach and the Dead
gravity.
Crows love bringing it out.
Well, at least it was the
But-
phone and not the cup.
There are some things that go wrong, especially when people are drunk and you have mobs.
Yeah.
We want to try to improve some of those so we can all keep having fun with it.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you the story of how we did some things right, but most things wrong.
Yeah.
Because we were drunk,
You did
because it
things
was
right
4
in the
a.m.
wrong way.
And
That too.
And so, and just experiences like that let me know that, like posting the rules up inside the helicopter doesn't always mean it's going to get read.
Yes,
so
unfortunately.
we have to just build a better stealing a large item culture at Wasteland.
Yes.
I'm always
Like
flexible and learning from experiences.
And that's what we want to do here too. We've mentioned this before in this show. We want to give you guys the inside track. So to all of the shenanigans, all the goofy shit that you see at Wasteland, you know how that plays, and you can get in on that.
And 90% of it's scripted. It's all fake, folks. It's like the moon landing, but with cheese.
It's all kayfabe.
Don't break kayfabe.
Don't
damn
break.
it. We
Don't
don't
break
on this
kayfabe.
show.
What's kayfabe?
It's wrestle talk.
Okay, I don't wrestle.
Don't break the story.
Yeah.
Don't break the story.
Don't break the story.
So it's not like, oh, you're gonna be Macho Man, like, oh yeah, brother Bud. It's like, hey, how you guys doing?
All I know is Ric Flair. Woo!
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
So basically, keep it. Woo! Keep it that.
Woo!
Instead of backstage, like, hey guys,
All right.
you want a drink?
All right, Hatter, back to you.
Yes.
So,
I know there are a lot of comments.
so like I said, well, we'll get to those comments.
Well, I also
Let me
got my
finish
story, too.
and
I'll
then
get
we'll
to that
that.
afterwards.
So we roll in, we hoist it up, we put it on the trailer. Now, from what I understand, it is a delicate item. I would like to think that because we hand trucked it, it was better than not hand trucking it, but we still broke the rules. So even though
I'll tell you why that's a rule later. But
okay, so anyway, we hand truck it. We drop it off at Gillies just so we can take some photos.
Yes.
Then the dead men decide they want it inside their bar. But their whole plan was they will move it into their bar and they will move it out of their bar.
Yes.
And they did both of those.
They did.
So we parked it inside their bar about 4 a.m. We had to rearrange their wall. We had to hoist it in. We had to take shovels and rakes and hold up their tent higher so that we could then fit it in without destroying it or their tents.
Which, no, it didn't.
So we got all of that in there. Now, by the time this is all done, it is like 5 a.m. and we are chasing the sun to like make this look like, how did this happen? We don't even know. And so then we're just like, okay, everybody rush to bed and pretend like you're sleeping. But we're all too excited like giddy school kids to sleep. So I go and I sit in my tent and I swear to God, I just sat down. And then before you know it, the sun's coming up, and here comes Adam Chelsea with security, rolling up on the dead men. Like, dude,
Adam said
guys,
it wasn't okay.
like, what the fuck? Murphy turns to Adam and says, hey, bro, do I have to steal a helicopter to get you to show up and visit me?
Yes.
And Adam's just like, okay, fuck, you got me.
Yeah.
And so then Murphy yells out like, okay guys, it's time to move it out. Now it's only been sitting there for like 45 minutes, I swear to God, and we're all still awake. We all tried to sleep, but nobody's fucking sleeping. So we all, the same people who showed up to steal it, we all roll out of our camps, out of our tents, and we show up and we hoist it outside the bar. Then they're like, well, fuck, what do we do with this thing? Well, the dead men apparently had made yet another deal with the Dukes of the Nuke, and the Dukes of the Nuke were paying them for the helicopter.
Yep.
Now, at the same time,
That's
the
in the
Dukes
rules.
of the Nuke were going to come and pick it up. Well, they failed, so we're like, well,
Not in
fuck
the
it.
rules. You
We'll
suck.
deliver it to them, and they'll pay us more. So we put it back on the vehicle trailer again, which I guess is once again against the rules.
Just the rules.
We haul it over there. Now we're riding it. I'm waving a dead men flag. Just like through. We take the scenic route around the entire fucking event before we roll up
did this.
to.
That's fine.
You
That's-
did this.
Again, that's where breaking the rules, but also living in the moment.
Yes.
So not only did we have a helicopter, we made a one-car parade with the helicopter around all of Wasteland, while I myself am waving a dead man flag,
Fuck it.
just having the time of my fucking life. It's probably now like 7 a.m. or something, and we're rolling up to the fucking Dukes of the Nuke, and we're like, hey, we brought you guys a helicopter, and they're just like, oh shit, I guess park it over there.
No valet for
They
the
weren't even
helicopter.
sure what to do with it at that point. 'Cause that was the whole
Get
point.
Mongo! He can lift it by
They
himself.
were supposed to come pick it up, but they're not awake enough because they've been drinking all night.
Who has
And we're still up drinking, so we're still drunk. We're still ready to go. And we bring it over there with the parade, and we're screaming like, "Dead man! We got a helicopter!" And we bring it up
Hold
there.
on. Is this a dead man telling tales?
Yes.
So dead men do tell tales.
Yes.
Lies
dead men
and
do.
slander. I've been.
You've been duped.
So we drop
You've
off.
been duped.
Later on, the Dukes of the Nuke did live up to the deal. They did pay out the dead men.
They did.
For a nice big bounty of a couple of nice guns because they're gun runners.
Yes.
Proper.
But we did a bunch of shit wrong apparently, and I want to know because I want to play by the rules. I don't want the helicopter to get destroyed. I just didn't know I was breaking the rules at the time.
Yeah.
So please tell us more about all this.
Well, the rules were pretty simple, and while there were a number of them, I think there were like 9 rules in total. The intent was, one, don't create a situation that gets you in fights with the helicopter, because no one wants a bad wasteland from just having a disagreement over picking a thing up. But what we learned from the last Wastelands is don't drag it around. It damages it. A lot of people were picking up at the end of Wasteland 2019. And
Yes, I remember that.
and their hands were getting cut on the bottom because it's just aluminum. The skid's on the bottom, and when you drag it through the gravel, it cuts them up. So what I did was I wrapped it in rope and made little handles on it.
We did use the ropes. That did help. That actually made it easier to carry.
It helps you get it up to the first 6 inches so you can get your hand under it. Because a lot of people would try to set it down and have a hand under it. And most of the injuries that come from it are the last man under the copter.
Oh, shit.
And so it's that last 6 inches. So I tried to make it so...
Listen, it's all about getting up those 6 inches, okay?
So... God damn it. Anyway, so we tried to make it a little safer and easier for folks to pick up so that it can just go around. I put like 20 handholds on either side because sometimes it takes 2 people to pick it up.
Yeah.
I've put it on the trailer by myself numerous times. It's all about science, leverage, and patience. But 2 people can actually move it around if you're just coordinated enough. And the one thing that is always working against wasteland mobs is coordination.
And also that most of them are drunk.
Yeah.
Let's look at it.
Not to toot my own horn, but being a good coach, I can get 4 people to move this wherever I need at any time.
Beautiful.
So one of the biggest rules are just don't damage the helicopter.
Yeah.
Stay off the top of it. Don't drag it around. The top is janky ass sheet metal. I know. I cut it myself to put up there. Now we do have new pieces to put on the helicopter for the next this next year. Chris Ritter from out in he has a really cool Fallout kit that was out off Seven Sisters. Actually donated a really cool cowling, like a front of the engine cowling. It looks super sweet. So this year I'm gonna cut some of the sheet metal off and merge that in so it looks a little cooler. So the helicopter is gonna get a little closer to normal because when I first got it, it had no cowlings on the top and it just looked like a weird banana. And when I first painted it black because they hate the black helicopters the most on I Saw a Helicopter.
Nice.
So you did the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. So when
You gotta poke the bear sometimes.
Going
Hate
back-
that, let's do that.
backwards in times, I made it a black like government helicopter,
Yeah.
and then I have a vinyl printer so I can make any sticker I want any size.
Ooh.
And so what I did was I used the large format printer to print out all the decals from a Apache helicopter, and I just stuck them all on in the right spots for making like a model, and it looked badass. Once I had all the cowlings on, all the stickers, I was like, that's fucking cool. And I was like, but I'm going to Wasteland.
Yeah.
I gotta derp this fucker up a little bit. So I threw a fucking Hampton Bay ceiling fan on the top.
And
It's one of my favorite
that's
parts.
the best.
For
That's
sure.
like one of the best. Like, mwah.
And then just
Yeah.
started doing like dumb graffiti with like an airbrush on it, and I was like, sweet, now it's sort of camp. And took it to Wasteland, and then of course it got stolen. Actually, we stole it at Road Rash the first night, and that began everything. It was only supposed to be like 3 different camps that were supposed to know it was stealable, but once someone saw it moved, it was done.
Everyone.
Everyone wanted it.
Oh yeah.
And you can't stop the wave. You just gotta
No.
surf it.
You gotta let it
Yeah.
flow.
So going back to the rules on that, one of the things we learned was people will block it in, and then people will be very upset when other people unblock it. People are drunk, People are not knowing how much it weighs. People don't know their own strength. People don't know their own weaknesses. And what ends up happening is disagreements when someone tries to remove it from the inside of someone's camp. So we're like, let's avoid that. And rule 7 was if a mob comes to the helicopter, let it go free.
Yeah.
It's play fair, have fun.
Yeah.
And don't block it in. Don't get on the top. I've not got all the rules in front of me, but the entire intent was just to make sure it goes around. Now, what was not subtly stated was basically, don't put it inside your camp. If you want to sleep soundly at night, don't put something inside your camp that people will rip it down to get to. And one of the things that ended up happening this year at Wasteland with those rules, and before I get to that, don't put it on a trailer. That was the only one that didn't make any sense, but made sense for our missions.
Yeah.
Because we had a whole bunch of missions we posted up over at the Rust Devils and there were 2-part missions where you had to take the helicopter, show us that you had stolen it, so bring it by the Dead Crows, and then deliver it to equidistant tribes around us. And so the Schofield Drifters, the Rust Devils, the Green Place was on there, the Farlanders, I think.
Yeah.
A number of other tribes that it needed to be delivered to, so it would just show up unannounced, and then there were prizes you would get from specific things, like the Joystick of Doom, which I think was the only mission that was achieved. But we never actually got to give them the Joystick of Doom because they're like, we did it! And we're like, cool, come get the Joystick of Doom. And they never came back for it. So, the only mission we got close to completing. But a lot of other people were also using the other side mission, which got them, I stole the helicopter caps, which we had, which were giving out to folks. Which was all of my, have you seen this bird signs with all the little Coach the Dead Crows little tags. And you can pull a tag off and then come over and tell me where you saw it. I had spies everywhere.
Nice.
I knew where it was from people coming in with those, and security had a fucking tag on that thing all the time. That was
and it also had a GoPro fucking camera on it.
Yes.
We had a GoPro and a GPS tracker.
I saw that when it was in the Dead Man, so I made some looks to it.
Unfortunately, half the time it was either more than most of the time. It was, I made a miscalculation, and I decided, since it was going to be outside, I will power everything by solar. And so it would charge up its little battery, which had about 40 minutes capacity, but since it's on solar, it would go with that. But then I was like, but what happens at night? I need 8 hours capacity. So I threw another little battery on there. The solar panel made sure all that was topped up, had enough amp hours to actually keep it going during the day. And I tested it at my house, and I could get 48 hours of capacity on the SIM card in that camera. I was like, sweet. What could go wrong?
Everything.
Wasteland.
Yes, very
if
true.
you put it inside a tent, the solar panel does not charge, and it just depletes, and then and it films the sidewall of a tent for many, many hours. So that's where things went kind of wrong with the camera, which kind of took away from the fun video I had hoped to make. I
gotta grab another beer.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we didn't end up with the footage we wanted, but I did end up with some footage, which is the event that I want to talk about, which was the rules were not completely understood, and through my spies, I went up to each person who was basically not working within the missions of the rules. Mostly my spies would come up and be like, hey, it's over there. And then another group would come over and go like, hey, I wanted to go bring it to you or somewhere else, but it's currently on top of a vehicle, or it's currently inside a camp. And I'm like, well, I'll go talk to them. So Coach walks over, and I usually walk up, and there's Coach, who's this grumpy, barky, go team, go persona I bring to Wasteland, which, if I'm barking, it's me. But I'll usually walk up, and I do this. I'm doing this. Hi, it's Chris. And I need to let you know that I'm worried that your car is going to get hurt if that thing stays up there.
Yeah.
So let's take it down and make it ready for all the missions so people can have fun.
Okay.
Cool? And I wander off.
So, I got a few comments. Most of them are Moth Eater.
Damn it, Moth Eater!
This story pleases me. I never told my tales with the dead men, winky face.
Moth Eater.
Moth Eater also says the Joystick of Doom was a nickname of mine in college.
There's a few others too.
It was
further
also.
Yeah.
It was also.
I can't
his,
go that back.
It was also his prison nickname.
And then we got Mims to go, it just looked like a weird banana.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
That is literally what.
That's what my college
I'll get
girlfriend
Super
used to
meta.
say.
Yeah.
I'll get the ones that you couldn't see.
All right.
So Mimsy's going, I'm going to need to have a sit down with Coach and create a 2021 Helicopter timeline for publication in the Wastelander.
Oh, that'd be
I'm
cool.
good with that.
Yeah, Mimsy is now writing for the Wastelander.
Yeah, go ahead and grab one.
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
got all of them.
We're reading it right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have the Wastelander.
We have every day this year. Figment made sure of it.
Yes, and she said, and maybe promote the rules for the first day issue.
Someone arrested the bar crawl? How did I not hear about this? I poisoned. No, I
Well,
didn't.
it was on the news. It's in the news.
They were poisoned by someone I don't know.
I was about to be part of the bar crawl, except I went to the You Are Awaited
You're
event.
so glad you avoided that.
The prison nickname was for you and you alone, Hatter, says Moth Eater.
We've got
I'm sorry, but
I'm using your head.
listen.
Okay.
This is like Deer Penthouse, and I gotta tell some of these prison stories.
First to the left.
It's just gonna happen, Moth Eater.
shit.
But yeah, if you
You have
guys,
any on YouTube?
We got a few other comments.
Go ahead.
I forgot your name, Thomas.
Go. Gateway.
Gateway. Just park the helicopter and F-lot at check-in every year. You can have it back when we get enough pineapples.
it's a payment. I don't know how many pineapples they need, but if they get
All the
enough,
pineapples.
And
all
then,
of the pineapples.
Let's see on YouTube. Joseph Olia, kayfabe. Coach just learned something.
Yeah.
And then Renrat, helicopter needs big caster wheels and a tow bar.
So, I'm going to hear the side of story I heard from Murphy and the other dead man about your tale.
Side note, Gilly just showed up.
Hi, Gilly.
And Exodus is here too.
Yeah, Gilly, drop your link for your merch. Always.
I did.
Oh, okay, cool.
So,
So
Post it again.
There's
I
a
mean-
chemical sprayer in there.
we will always say it.
I got bored and wanted
Just
it.
let me say this. If you guys love what we do, support us. Buy our merch. When you buy our merch, it supports Gilly of Gilly's Arcade. If you guys love the pinball machine and all those fucking rad arcade games, when you buy our patches, our Wasteland Talk patches, those go to help
And
Gilly from
he
Gilly's
also made
Arcade.
this beautiful light up
That's
on-air
cool.
Wasteland Talk sign.
Yeah. And
Like
these
an
are
old
patches.
school radio show.
So we are always behind this. If you guys love what we do, support your local Wastelander. And when you buy their merch, tag us. You support us by tagging us, by telling your friends about us. You support us also by supporting Wasteland artists and what they do.
Hell yeah.
Because
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Why
Support
the
your
fuck not?
Wastelanders.
Also, side note, I actually just bought that giant ass map that
From
Apocalypse
Apocalypse Pubs?
Yeah.
yes.
I just ordered it. We're gonna have one.
Sweet.
I also want to buy one just because they're
So-
fucking rad. Go ahead.
Now, I'm going to fill in a few gaps of your story. Because of the tale, because I heard, you basically filled in a lot of the plots of your story.
Yes.
But there's some you failed to mention.
Go ahead. I mean, like I said, I was drunk at the time, so I
Now,
probably don't remember everything.
Dead men
Who wasn't?
Right?
really wanted to steal that helicopter from the get-go. It was basically around the time it was getting stolen out of the fucking Mushroom Cloud Lounge. They were saying, hey, can we steal it? And they're like, no, this is going to the Dukes of the Nuke next, and this and that, and da-da-da-da-da. So,
There were 5 or 6 crews.
yeah.
That were trying to get the helicopter
Oh, yeah.
out of there at that time.
There was a list. Dead man apparently just said fuck it and just beat them to
Well,
it.
apparently the Mushroom Cloud Lounge was probably one of the worst violators of the rules. But we'll go into all of that. Go
Hey.
ahead.
We don't have a skulldugger with us. Our Joan Rivers is not
that's
here.
where I want to go into that story because I think a lot of it was just misunderstanding.
It is. It
So
really
we'll-
is.
So
Yeah.
we'll go into that next. Commodore, finish your thing, and then we'll do that.
So they get to the Dogs of War. They get ready to steal it, and yeah, they're like, "What are you gonna do?" There's one of you, 10 of us. They're like, "Eh." So they took it. So hey, that's nap time for them now. So
Yeah.
So they get
Yeah,
it.
they had people keeping watch. They started off with like their whole tribe.
Yeah.
By the
But
time
as
we
they get
showed
later-
up, they were all asleep.
Yeah. So yeah, you
Most
guys,
of them, at
you guys
least.
take it to Gilly's place. You did your photos and shit, and they
Mhm.
took it into the Dead Man thing. So basically, when you guys, people walk around and people are seeing, they're like, "What the fuck?" The Dead Men are like, "How did this get here?
Yeah, that was the whole thing. We were playing this shtick of what happened. We don't know.
This is where I parked my car."
Which side note? That was when the time we showed up. Camera. That was a little bit after 9 a.m.
Yes.
Okay, fair.
So then, yeah, again, that's around the time where like
I
Adam.
was drunk
Yeah.
and or maybe high. I don't
That's
know.
where Adam showed up, and that's
Yes.
where Murphy's like, "It took stealing a helicopter just to get you guys to visit me."
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, they-
Listen, I've said this before. Sometimes you got to steal a helicopter to get a man's attention.
yeah. So.
I'm flashing
Me,
titties.
while they're getting ready to deliver this
I
to
don't have those, so I
the
got to
Dukes
steal
of the
a
Nuke,
helicopter.
Me and Murphy and like one of the other dead, I can't remember. I can't remember his name. It's the one with the eye patch.
He was dead at the time.
The eye patch is
Again, I can't remember I'm terrible with names, so fuck you.
God damn it, Moth Eater.
So
yeah. What is the eye?
They're
patch,
like-
guys?
with this, we're delivering the
I do not
helicopters.
remember like the 3,000 people at Wasteland's names.
right.
I know.
right?
Fuck me, I guess.
I keep a list of
So
names.
yeah,
Tanner is the eye patch.
Tanner. All right.
Tanner is the eye patch.
All right, Tanner. I'm going with that. So we were all bullshit as we're putting the fucking the helicopter onto the trailer to be delivered to Dukes of the Nuke, and they're thinking of this cool idea like how they could be a delivery service, and they come with this slogan going, "Dead Man's Delivery Service." You might get it.
That's a good one. I like
I
that.
like that.
That's a good
So
one.
it's basically FedEx.
Yes. Yes.
You might get it.
I like
might
the other
get
one that they even have a theme song. Oops, I dropped it again.
So okay, let's get some guys trying to work out. Okay, Gilly, definitely a few. Brett Tanner, we're different tribes, but we're all part of the same goat family.
Aw, the goat heads versus the goat show.
Yes.
Yes.
I've
yes.
made that
Someone was asking
mistake
if it was the same
repeatedly.
tribe.
No, they're
even today.
they're different, but they still fuck each other. Whatever.
Fucking goats.
So, Moth Eater, filing a few gaps is also what I was so for in the college.
I don't know what he said.
That's it.
Filling in the gaps. That's what
Filling in the gaps
Yeah.
is also what he was known for.
Because
in college.
he used one L. So I'm trying to say out what
It's
he's
like file in the gaps.
Yeah. Well, I said filing the gaps, but he meant filling.
Depending on prison, file.
Yeah,
Bars.
yeah. All right,
I mean-
all right. So let me back up. So you're
You're right.
missing a lovely little part of that whole story too.
Yes.
Because kitty corner to you was Coach.
Yes.
Standing over there, and I had been doing my normal run out to check in the morning thing.
I'm gonna go take a grotch.
I think that was the Cone Chucker morning.
You need more beer.
I love more beer.
I'll get you more beer.
He just said my favorite passphrase. More
Yes,
beer.
More beer.
So I was riding my little scooter, my weird dumb scooter, over to check in, and while I was going over there, I sort of look over, and one of my spies had come over in the morning. I think it was Timmy. Said like, "Hey,
Timmy!"
yeah, Timmy is fucking great. He's on build too. He's always in that jumpsuit, always just walking around with like he's got a big old mug that says like water versus beer on it." So,
I just realized there was a map on
there's
the back
maps.
of this.
so
Nice.
So Tim, I was like, "Yeah, it's over at the Deadman," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, the Deadman," as if I know what that means. Like I know like 5 tribes at Wasteland. It's just the fact that I am never either out of my camp or if I'm somewhere, I'm like,
I mean, the Deadmen is a general camping tribe, so they're not as well known.
Yeah.
But they're my buddies from way back.
I
so,
know them
yeah.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
So as I'm going down the street, I see this thing. I sort of circle around it, and I go back and I was like, "Hey, handshake. Hi, it's Chris. I just want you guys to know that since this is inside of your fancy carport, that there's a rumor going around, and this was a really fun rumor I liked at the time, but then it sort of bit me in the ass later on because rumors really love having, their
And I
own-
know all about biting asses.
Yes, you do.
There was a rumor.
Literally.
You're not on camera at the moment, Commodore. They
But
can
they
just
can-
hear
you
you.
can
There
hear me.
He's loud.
And I was trying to tell them just a little bit of a story, but I liked the rumor, so I had a little fun with it. I was like, I don't know if you've heard the rumor, but last night at the Mushroom Cloud Lounge,
Commandeering my own bottle opener.
a dark-robed man with a dark hat on, with nothing but a bow staff, beat both a crowd and the cloud back, and single-handedly removed the helicopter, destroying everything in the purpose to remove it and bring it out into the road and deliver it to the main gate. Now, this was literally a fanciful story I heard from Tima or someone else that morning before I came out, and I was like, what?
First, what?
Also,
fuck?
definitely writing this guy up in my next D&D campaign.
Yeah.
Because that guy sounds amazing. So,
Listen, Wasteland is all... We've done this with Google Crest. Wasteland is all about big fish tales.
Oh yeah, all about the big
Give us
fish.
your story, and exaggerate to make it fun.
So, this was the fun part. I was like, who was it? And they're like, no one knows. I'm like, fuck!
The man with no name.
Because that guy sounds cool! And also,
The person with no name.
that's a really, really dumb version of the story that doesn't match the truth, but I really would like that story.
For all we know, this person who did this fucking amazing thing
Yeah.
might have
I'll put it out there.
might have a nice pair of tits.
But
I'll put it out there. If you are that person, or you know who that person is, contact us. We will have you on this goddamn
we
show
will hear this tale
to
in your
tell
perspective.
the rest of the fucking story.
it was a big fish tale of me.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm not gonna spin it any other way. I had grabbed a Porto stick and was poking at a little bit of cloth on their lounge to make sure it didn't get snagged as a mob pulled the helicopter out.
Aww.
But, yeah, so I really like the way the story went.
Fucking
Yes.
So that we'll get to that story later on. But
Spanky
Spanks!
Spags!
watching on a 9-foot screen makes it feel like I'm there.
Holy fuck.
9 foot. Listen. I like to think that I'm an impressive person, but I can't live up to 9 foot. I'm
No.
sorry.
You know the weird thing about watching anything on a 9-foot screen? You're probably 4 feet from it because you really like that perspective. But you can only date Swedish women afterwards, if you know what I mean. So,
And then,
I mean, hey, climb that mountain.
oh, dude, I will scale that tree. Anyway, then so I tell them that story, and I was like, yeah, that's the tale told. No, none of that's true. So I was like, last night a group came in and removed the helicopter from the cloud, and it took like 3 or 4 groups because the cloud was keeping it from being stolen, and it's against the rules.
I was literally there when it was stolen.
Yeah. Did you see me?
I saw you.
I was outside.
You were literally like, okay, this way, go.
Yeah, I was just trying to make sure they didn't fuck anything up outside.
Directing traffic.
Anyway, so
So
I tell them both the fun thing that I heard, which was like menacing, like a guy will come and fucking trash your shit, and I was like, no, a group brought it, and we made sure it came out of there as nicely as possible, but it was 2 a.m., everyone was drunk.
Yeah.
Like, if a group comes over, they will trash your shit if they're not working within, like, you know, if you try to hold them back, they will raise their force. So get it out and make sure it's in the street. And he's like, oh, okay, we'll do that. And I was like, cool. So I drive off. I'm over at check-in for like an hour. I just go out there and hang out. And I meet my friends that are out there that work in the spot. And then I drive back, and it's still in that damn dead man tent. And I was like, God! For the fuck's sake! I know it's early, but seriously, get it out! Put it in the road! It is bad juju to have that inside your camp. And so I'm sitting across the street with some other folk. I forget the name of their camp right now, but they're kitty corner to you guys.
it was probably the F-bomb.
The F-bombs, yes, there we go. And they are absolutely fantastic.
Oh,
folk.
they were
Love
amazing
them.
neighbors. We loved them.
I was hanging out of the F-bombs and just having a great time. I was telling them the story of what happened over at the Mushroom the night before. And I was really like, how do I write this guy up in D&D? Because I know they know. And so we're sitting there, and then Chilson finds me. Mm-hmm. And he comes over, and we're chatting about something to do with the infrastructure, and it was like, cool. And we're plotting about getting the copter out to stage that night for Arnold Corps. And I was like,
Arnold Corps was amazing.
Speak of the devil. And now Adam is a force to be reckoned with. You all know this.
Yes.
And so just the word of Adam is really, really like it folks that know that Adam is Adam.
Yes.
You're like, if he says something, you fucking do it. And I was like, hey, Adam, now, let's do this in a fun way. But the helicopter is currently inside there. If you just let him know to get out in the street. And he goes, oh! And he jumps in his car. He's like burning rubber. Goes, over here. Yeah, what the fuck? And he's just having a great time.
Yes.
The guy is a saint. And I was just laughing my ass off sitting over the F. I was like, ha ha!
Wow.
And yeah, that's how Adam ended up over there yelling at
Yeah,
us.
there are so many layers to these stories. And that was when Adam shows up and he's like, guys, I love the fact that you got it. Now, he was super positive. He was really cool about it. He's like, guys, I love that you did this, but at the same time, you gotta get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And the dead men turn to him and go,
Fuck you.
yeah, we have this whole thing set up with the Dukes of Nuke, and they're supposed to come pick it up, but they're not showing up. So I guess we're going to go deliver it. And that's when they call a bunch of us out, and they have and I was part of that crew. Like I said, we were like, well, we got it in their bar. Now we have to haul it out of their bar, and now we have to go deliver it. But we very much on the fly learned that, hey, we had broken some of the rules. Hey, we had fucked up a little. Okay, how can we fix this from here and make it better? Maybe we're still not following all the rules. We're trying to learn, and that's the whole point. We like I said, we want to learn about the shenanigans. We want to learn about how you play these games. Some of this stuff is staged. Some of this stuff is set up before. If we can get you guys the information, one of the things that I learned this year, I had a lot of people come up to me, and probably Commodore also, maybe even Figment also, come up to me and said, hey, because of Wasteland Talk, I learned about some of the background of how to set up some of these shenanigans. Mm-hmm. And it made me get in and play more.
Well, what's the best shenanigan anytime?
When it's not planned.
No, a shenanigan you can find.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
And if you can see it on the road, the shenanigan is in front of you.
Yes.
How many people have been going for quests and you're like, where am I supposed to find this?
Yes.
Is it a 40-foot flag painted red that I can see from across the waste? No. And that's where the helicopter shenanigan and the idea of not putting it in something and keeping it out on the road really works for Wasteland, because the backdrop is everything for Wasteland. It's why blue jeans, like I'm not wearing right now, and everything in the background of photos really matters. And if there's in the background shots, like 2019, find me photos that don't have a helicopter in it. They're in everything. It's on and at everything. And
well, that was the same thing when I made that mashup video. I mean, honestly, I could have grabbed 1,000 photos of that thing.
Yeah.
I limited myself to the photos that were in one particular thread on Wasteland Central. Because I only have so much time to throw together this mashup video. And
look at 2021's photos versus 2019.
Yeah.
I have something about 1,000 photos that were easily found that I saved for 2019.
Yes.
I have something about 100 at 2021.
Really?
And half of those are inside a bar that no one went in.
Okay.
Except for the people that went in the bar.
Yeah.
So if it's in the street, people go visit it, they see it, they sit on it, they have fun with it.
Yeah.
If it's inside a structure somewhere, it's only limited to those who feel they're welcome inside that bar.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
So I will put that out there. Apparently, and I will admit when I'm wrong, we fucked up.
You did.
We shouldn't have put it inside our bar.
Did you have fun?
We had a lot of fun.
Fucking great. That's what that is what the helicopter's there to do. Have fucking fun.
We want to have fun with it, but we want to make sure that it sticks around for years and that lots of people can have fun with it. So that means that I can learn from this. We all can learn from this. We can play by the game, because at the end of the day, we're just a bunch of fucking kids playing dress up, playing tag, playing cops and robbers, whatever you want to call it.
I got to play cops.
We're just trying to play. We need to learn.
She has a question.
How to do it better. Go ahead.
Well, no, there's a few. You had your hand up.
Basically, did you damage the helicopter?
Not as far as I know.
Okay then.
But if we did, I'm willing to hear otherwise.
As if I'm going to figure out who damaged the helicopter. There were 2 major impacts on the helicopter, and I don't know. I know where one happened.
To learn from my mistakes, because I didn't damage it to be a dick if it happened.
No, that's
so I'm
fine.
just willing to
You were
learn
doing
from
it
my
out of fun.
mistakes. Yeah.
Absolutely great, and thank you for talking with me about it. And that's why I want to. Anyone who had anything to do with a spot where the helicopter was either, in some point of contention or violation of the rules, it was always just a handshake and talk it out. Like, if you got a problem about it, let's talk about it. I want to do right by you.
Yeah. We want to. I personally want to do right by, like, this is a fun item. I want to keep playing with it.
Yeah.
If I did wrong, I want to learn, and I hope my audience wants to learn too.
And this is where I have to let everyone know he's officially banned from touching the helicopter.
Which one? Is that going to stop him, though?
No.
Probably
because
not.
Where's the enforcement?
Listen. I might be the next mayor, and if you're going to stop the mayor...
Well, if you want to be mayor, having the helicopter is exactly how you become mayor, and how you become my enemy, too. Fucking jacks. Whoever the fuck that guy was brought it, and that's one of the other rules. Don't drag it out into Tent City like that jackass Jax.
Don't be Jax.
Yeah, but luckily this year people sort of worked it out, so it ended up all the way out in Silent Death. There was a wedding that happened in it or on it at some point in time.
Really?
One of the pictures that I included is a picture of a proposal that happened in
There
front
was
of
a
it.
proposal as well, yeah. The
bitch.
helicopter is for Wasteland to enjoy Wasteland,
Right.
and it had a great year.
You say you have questions.
So, I'll read the
Please.
YouTube chats.
Please.
YouTube.
So we've got Mater.
Where's this YouTube anyway?
The F-bombs were a fun group.
Okay.
F-bombs were great.
I was hanging one of the nights wandering around at like 3 a.m. I ran past so many, like 2 or 3 people groups of a bunch of newbies. All of them were like, how do we steal the helicopter? And now would be the perfect time to do it.
We
But
almost
they didn't
had.
have the people.
They'll never suspect it.
We almost had to do a class because we had so many noobs coming in. Like, how do we do it? You're like,
Yeah,
just
they didn't know how.
go get it.
And they didn't have the people.
Yeah.
Oh, We Know Joke had questions during our podcast at Wasteland.
Yeah.
When we were doing Wasteland Talk live at
Just
the event,
pick it up.
somebody asked us, as a first year, how do I steal the helicopter? I was like, make friends.
Yeah, just go get it. All you have to do is yell in the street. We're grabbing
Make
a
friends.
helicopter.
Yeah.
You've got them all.
And then during the show,
It got stolen during the show.
Yeah, we saw it walking by. I'm like, oh, there it goes.
That's
And we
fucking
commented
perfect.
like legit
Perfect.
lines like, well, there's a group of people stealing the helicopter.
Yeah, just perfect.
But that, like, people talking about the quests and things, there were a lot of newbies that had no idea about the quests and things like that.
Yeah.
Grosh tried to get me in on participating in one of them. I'm like, well, I didn't know that there were quest items and things like that. It's like, steal that bird. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It was like, damn right, we
I
have
had
fun.
no idea.
Yeah.
And I didn't know bribery could be a thing.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, well, you need that to get back at him. I'm down for you getting back at him.
Yes.
How
But
the fuck does this work?
speaking about Grotch,
Yes.
Yes.
today,
Right now.
right now,
Right
Somewhat
now.
right
This is
now.
a developing story.
the leader of the cock, the Grotch,
We love the cock.
no, Colt's cat meat,
Oh!
Yeah,
That
here
doesn't
in
make-
Wasteland Talk,
COC.
That
we've
doesn't make
had
any
some
sense.
crossovers with
Yeah.
the cock.
Yeah.
We love the cock. They're awesome. Golden
They, the Grotch is taking an arrow to the knee right now.
Yes.
For those who don't mean what I'm saying, Grotch is getting married.
Oh,
That's
bitch.
The wedding was today with Clive and the Grotch.
Wait, who
Oh,
got married?
bitch.
The Grotch.
Roach got
To
married.
who?
Clive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it.
2 Wastelanders.
I wanted
amazing
to.
marriage.
No, yeah. Sally was none of us.
Yeah.
Sadness.
I mean, I had a Wasteland marriage. I'm also divorced. So, anyway, go back
But-
to your story.
They did it in Good Springs at Pioneer Saloon.
Oh, that's cool.
Because, like,
That's
Grotch is
fucking rad.
one of the biggest Fallout fans I've ever met. Like, they've been playing it since, like, PC era. Like, Fallout 1, 2, Tactics.
When they were doing like the overhead view.
Yeah, it's like
fucking
kind of like
Fallout.
Starfire or StarCraft.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Mind the Zerg, folk.
Yeah, like
Mind
that.
the Zerg.
So, yeah. So, and there's since Obsidian was one of the people who originally made the original Fallout games, they made New Vegas, so Good Springs and Pioneer Springs was one of those layouts.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Is this one of the stories that needs one of those like pin boards where you put strings on it?
No.
Yes.
eventually, but I don't we'll put
We don't
Sierra Madre to Day Before, to Hatter's Most Wanted, then the Silver Shroud.
Oh, someone
to-
put
We need to
googly eye.
update with our newer.
You need the
most
googly
wanted.
eye.
Yeah, we need to
This
put
is
googly
so good
eyes.
with the googly
We
eyes.
gotta
Day
put
Before.
googly eyes.
Because there were googly
we
eyes
found
on
the
Piss
culprit.
Rock.
The culprit was talking on our show.
Oh fuck!
There were
Yeah.
googly eyes on the goddamn Piss Rock this year.
There were
Yeah.
three
of them.
There was a three-eyed piss rock.
I have one
Yes.
of the googly eyes from the hecklecopter that fell off over a red rocket. And I was like, this is mine now. I think Tooch put that on there, or at least she was sticking it.
I would not be surprised if it was too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I think. That reminds me. I gotta grab my other hat.
So we got
More
Moth
hats.
we got Moth Theater going huzzah to Grotch and Clive. Huzzah!
We've got.
Also, we
Mater.
mentioned DeForce Whip to drink.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We've got Mater going. I thought it was just part of the fun stealing the hecklecopter.
That is part of the fun.
Yes, but he thought it was
Night-
just
2019 kind of fun.
Yep, there were quests. And part of the idea of the normal stealing of the hecklecopter is also having quests stuck in the middle of it. So that
We can see you.
There are googly eyes
Yes.
on this hat.
Ooh,
Yes.
You have googly
Right
eyes
here.
on your forearm.
Right here on the goggles.
The googles.
I got
On the
googly eye on
goggles,
my,
there are googly
on my
eyes.
bottle.
You're close
See?
to something.
Googly
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
So when we were talking googly eyes, I was like, I have googly eyes on my hat.
Adorable.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I have
I
one
try. I
googly
have
eye.
short little limbs.
Either way, I got
Google too.
Oh,
Nice.
hey!
Right there.
I have no
There we
googly
go.
eyes.
I gotta do a garage.
If I hold it
All
this
right.
way, it
So,
counts.
Okay.
do we want to get to the ghost in the shell, the elephant in the Porto?
Yes, let's take care of it now.
Yeah. So, and just knowing like a small camp that had nothing that happened to them because you guys took the warning, not you guys, dead men,
Yes.
and got it the fuck out of there before a group came for it because I'm stuck to your chair somehow.
They wouldn't know better, and they
Yeah.
would have fucking mauled it out.
Yeah, I tagged a video, which is the video from our camera that was on the hecklecopter.
Yes, you mentioned that.
For when, and that might be in the chat somewhere for the YouTube, of the video that happened, what happened the night of the hecklecopter being removed from the Mushroom Cloud Lounge. Now, it was noon that day. I went into the lounge because some of my spies had let me know that it was in there, and they're like, and it's sewn in tight. And I was like, oh, we'll have to go take a look at that. And I figured, it's just in something. It can't be in there like a tick and a dog or anything like that. It's just in. Wasteland is pretty soft if you look at it defensively. Everything's pretty much canvas or otherwise.
Yeah.
And so I didn't think anything of it until a group came by who had already had one of their quests ticked off and was trying to complete the get it over to the green place quest. And so they came by and they had their quest thing. And they're like, cool. We know where it is.
Yeah.
Is that how we get our quest signed off? I was like, no, you gotta bring it by us.
Yeah.
And then just make a turn around the block and throw it over at the green place. Boom, you've completed the quest. And then they will have won.
Just like that.
Yeah, the quest, which is, what was it? That one was specifically the respect of the ladies.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that came with prizes along with it.
Other way around.
Look at that one. That's from the Tooch.
That was from the two.
Yeah.
I have one of those also.
Yes.
She got
Last
good swag.
episode, I couldn't fucking find mine, but I found mine.
Nice.
So we should mind.
So they came. So they went over to the Mushroom Cloud and attempted.
Your name is so long it fills the entire fan. Mine is Hatter, so mine is just like the middle, but his name is so long, Commodore.
Yeah.
Pistolwhip.
It's a very big.
It's very nice.
Name.
That's very nice.
Yes. I mean,
So this group comes back about 20 minutes later and goes, we tried to get it out of there. They had like 15 folks, but they wouldn't let us have it. And I was like,
Fuck
what's
you.
going on there then?
Yeah.
So I
that's not
figured
cool.
it, my spies / people on a mission. had
Remember,
done-
we talked about one of the rules is let people play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
At that point in time, I was like, cool, let me just make sure that it comes out of there.
Yeah.
And so that you guys can play with. So I got a drink going and wandered down the road. Mushroom Cloud wasn't that far. We were over at the den. And wandered over there, and I figured I'll bring the recharge for the batteries and everything along with it because it had died the night before being stuck under something. No, it was out in near the stage on top of a
Well, they're your
vehicle,
balls.
which gave us 8 straight hours of staring into no man's land on top of a vehicle. So that's why we're like, keep it close to the city, because now I'm just like, excellent, I get to watch the clouds move by. Pretty, but we're not doing ASMR. We're doing a fuck yourself. So I go over and I grab, I figure since we know where it is, I'll grab the batteries, I'll bring it over, and I go in there and I just start putting the batteries in, but Mickey Bang Bang is there, and he's sort of decorating the thing. I have no idea how long it's been in there, but he's setting the darn thing up for like, it's going to be in a show. Mad respect. Like, if you're going to pay homage to the Hecklecopter, deco it up. The green place still has the record for the most shit piled onto the damn thing.
Nice.
It looked amazing. And so he's hanging some lamps in there and setting some stuff up, just kind of moving stuff around in the lounge. I was like, excellent deco. I like how the feng shui comes together. And I even helped him hang a lamp on a specific spot because I know the hard points inside the Hecklecopter. I was like, cool, let's hang this lamp in here. And I was like, just so you know, if a group comes for it, you should let it go. And if you don't let it go, groups will come for it and take it. So it's probably best if it goes somewhere else or goes outside, which is per the rules, which are right there on the wall. And he's like, oh, it's okay. We're delivering it somewhere else later tonight. We've got something going on. Now, of course, it's midday, so I'm drunk. So I have no idea what he said completely. But that's what I took from it, is that it's getting delivered somewhere else. And I was like, cool. Since it's going to be out later, I don't have to worry about it. The mission kids are just going to have to play with that for now and perhaps barter with them or something. It says play fair. It doesn't say you must submit immediately. Play along. Have like a thumb war or something. Do
Yeah.
something to make it so that it's equitable. Yeah, have fun with your missions. So me and Raptor, who were there, you can see us on the video, wander off. I figure there's nothing going to come of this.
Yeah,
And then I have like
just to fill people in, Raptor is your partner. Yes, go ahead.
she's my fiancée.
Yes.
And she's
Well, she's a dear.
yes.
Yeah.
She's a tiny little.
She's your smooth.
She's my smooth. She's very small.
It's very small.
Very small. She's a tiny
Tiny
little
small.
thing.
Adorable. Yes.
So we wander off and go about our day. Then I have like 6 straight hours of stop motion footage of Tooch just grinding the helicopter. And she's either on the helicopter or she's in the bar, tending bar. Fucking animal.
I love
mad
I mean,
respect.
You guys know.
We
We love
need
Tooch. That's our
You have
John
it.
Rivers.
It's linked. Or I sent him the link.
Joan Rivers, if you're watching this, whenever you come back on the show, we're going to have a talk about this.
Yes.
Like-
we want to know. We want to hear.
So
The people would want to know.
The people-
I would want to know.
Everyone needs to know.
I'm curious.
And I mean, Tooch, if you're going to grind on stuff, we've assigned you can grind on.
I have a stripper pole.
I have meat.
We do have a stripper pole. That's right. We
Yeah.
just got a brand new stripper pole.
Neither you
grind
went
on
smart
it.
right. You can just grind on meat.
Whatever
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, like seriously, like viewers would want to know, and like
And
Everyone
subscribe to Tooch's OnlyFans.
yes,
Yeah.
which I do.
Yes.
Support your Wastelanders.
Alright.
Tooch made all these lovely fans for us. Yeah.
So, if you watch the video, which will be linked later on, Tooch is an animal. I forwarded it because it takes forever, because she's just up there forever dancing. And I keep missing the spot, so I had to like play with the video a little bit because I'm not very good at video editing. Sorry, that's not my thing.
I agree. I'm also not that great.
Yeah. But you're doing great. You're doing great, sir. Doing good with what you got. So
Yeah.
keep doing that. And that was, and mind you, I only know it's supposed to be.
How to post the link that Coach sent me there?
We'll post it after the video is over,
Yes.
Okay.
so that you're not all distracted.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I'll do this.
the long story short, which always ends up long anyway, is that at a certain point in time during that night, and I can always tell because the copter takes a certain level of impact to knock the camera down a few degrees. And
Okay.
Tooch floats like an angel. When she's dancing on the helicopter's into it. It does not care. She does not wiggle it. She is just like she's in the moment.
It's that goblin magic.
Somehow the copter, as a sentient being, is also enjoying the show.
So
Yeah.
it took hard impacts. Now you can see people jumping in and out of the thing, getting their photo inside there.
Yep.
But at a certain point in time,
This is going to be a long show.
I know a group came in and just tried to get it out of there. It was just like an instant, like they hit it, because I heard tales that a group had tried to come in around like 11 o'clock that night and grab it out of there, and they were fended off. And I had heard tales of this from my spies.
Yes.
And I was like, it's still there? No shit. And I don't remember what I was doing. I know we were doing like the skirts had their thing where they're invading over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
That was amazing.
That was awesome.
Had a busy evening, and I could not give a shit about
Real
a wayward
quick.
helicopter.
Real quick, with the skirts, that was an amazing show.
Yes.
And one of my favorite parts of that show was Ogre
Yes.
in a
Yes.
skirt doing the can.
Motherfucking
Fuck yeah.
ogre.
I got some
Now-
money from that.
Yeah. You know who actually ended up robbing the bank that night?
Who?
Me.
Oh.
Now,
When they
Well,
were all
my whole point
distracted.
is that Ogre
God damn it.
is a goddamn ogre.
Ogre-
Yeah.
And he's wearing a skirt and he's doing the can. I am here for that type of shenanigans and fun.
Ogre-
Oh my god, it was an
Ogre is
amazing
the
show.
fucking best.
Yes.
Love that dude. So, distracted by friends. I love
Yes.
those guys. So, I hear tales of that. Now, that's like 11 o'clock. I cannot give one crap. I am having a great time downtown, hanging out. I think I was over at Schofield's for a while. I was just bar hopping. Me and
Yes.
Raptor and a whole bunch of other folks were out just having a great time. It's Friday night. It's our
Yeah.
night to cut loose.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's the night where you should go all out, not Saturday.
Have
Yeah.
fucking fun.
No,
Yeah.
Saturday, settle the fuck down, folks. So,
Yeah. Friday is party. Saturday is party medium because we all have to pack up and head out Sunday morning.
Yeah, you don't want to do that hangover.
No.
So-
I know.
Some
I think these
people
people
might get
know.
to stay longer, but most of us have to get the fuck out Sunday.
Yeah.
So Saturday, you party medium. Friday, you go full out and party hard.
yeah. And that was my party hard night.
Yeah.
I was at least 5 or 6 Dutch Courage deep, gin and tonics for the layman.
Ooh,
and
nice.
that's my jam. And so I
Fellow gin person, I can respect
I
that.
love gin.
I got cocktails for you.
Oh boy,
Listen, I also love gin because I'm a 60-year-old woman. I mean, what?
I should have brought the gin I made. I think I have one little bottle left.
Oh, you make gin?
I make gin. I
Oh,
actually brought it to your last show.
You did?
At Tooch's house.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. You did.
I
yeah.
love homemade gin, dude.
I always
Um,
so
Yeah.
Yeah,
go ahead.
go back topic.
a button on your nose for sewing nerds.
We get
Anyway,
distracted.
yeah, easily.
Yes.
Is there a
Drinking.
cat?
Oh, God, yes.
At that point in time, it's 2 a.m. before I can be bothered to go back to my RV. And I am walking down Main Street past the mushroom cloud, and I was distracted because I was looking at the wall and noticed that all of our weird signs for all of our shows had all disappeared. Like, someone had taken them all. I was like, what's going on? We found them later. It was nefarious deeds. But they were all gone. I was like, what the hell is going on over here? But there were 100 people, easy, by my drunk math, outside of the mushroom cloud, and it sounded like a mob
Uh-oh.
versus a crowd.
Yes.
And I was like, is it still here? And I walk through the front door, and I look inside, and there's like 5 or 6 people who are at the back section of the thing, just doing like the before I'm too drunk to stand up in the back of it, just trying to like hammer the fucking thing. Now on the video, you can see it takes a hit at that point in time. It's wiggled around. It only takes a shot every like 30 seconds to 2 minutes, whatever the stop motion was doing, but it takes a hit in the camera. If it starts moving all the way down, then it's getting a lot of motion.
Yeah.
I need to fix that. But, lessons learned. So the group is already in there trying to get it out, and folks from the Mushroom Cloud. Now, my tribe knows those guys a lot. They spend a lot of time over there. Since I think was it oh man, I forget the name. The Badlands Bordello didn't show up, which we always take one tribe and we just take over their camp. That's our night spot. Okay. That's where we go, and I don't care if you run this place. This is where we are now. Yeah, that's how the Dead Crows do.
We're taking over.
Yeah, and
I get it, because Ghoul Crested that this year we took over Radstag. So here's the thing. If anything on this show, what we always want to give you is the backdrop to how you play the game. Because at Wasteland, a lot of times you see everything play out. But what you don't always see is the build-up and the communication and the backdrop and everybody talking and coordinating the shenanigans. Because like we were saying earlier, the shenanigans are planned. Yeah. But by the time you get to Wasteland, all you're seeing is the story. You're not seeing the planning. My point is be willing to put in the time to make the story. So the story is how the helicopter got out of the Mushroom Cloud Lounge, because it was there for longer than it should have been. It broke the rules. But at the same time, everybody wants to play in the game. Maybe the Mushroom Cloud Lounge broke some of the rules. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they did it on purpose. I don't know all the things. Regardless,
it happened.
Yeah. We want to teach you how to do it right. We want to do it fun. We want to play. Everybody wants to join the game and go back to the story.
Yeah. That pretty much goes also with any type of quest, like whether it's like, oh hey, you have to steal a fucking golden skull, but it has to be, it's of course marked. It's in the description, it's marked, but you go to a camp like, hey, there's a gold skull. It's not the right one.
Yeah. That's someone's sacred idol.
Trophy. There is so much stuff at Wasteland that is part of this game that you play, but at the same time, like, if you can communicate with people beforehand and set up some of that stuff, but then by the time you get to the event, everybody who's watching only sees what's going on then. They don't know all of the logistics that went into planning that.
Yeah.
But the logistics are important because, like a lot of items, we want to protect the helicopter. We want it to survive. We want it to do well. We want the helicopter to be a playable, fun item that we all get to use for years to come.
Always yelling wheels.
So, the point is that a lot of stuff happens that we're not thinking about, that we're not anticipating.
Yeah.
As much stuff as we can plan ahead of time, but also in the moment looks like it's a fun story that nobody is in on, but also everybody is in on.
And I'm glad you set that up that way.
Yeah.
That's how LARP plays out. That's how wrestling stories play out.
Yep.
That's how reality TV plays out. We want something that looks entertaining, but also in many ways is planned and is fun for everybody.
Yeah. And I'm glad you preface it that way, because skipping to the end of the story, as I came back after it was removed and helped put the screen back in place and move the gates back in place of the Mushroom Cloud line.
Yeah.
The most common complaint from the folks from the Mushroom Cloud was, you should have told us this was happening. And I was like, I didn't plan this. I'm here helping to make sure it wasn't.
You were gonna.
I was here to make sure it wasn't a complete shit show, because I saw this going down.
Yeah.
And I know when it can go wrong. And I tried to calm folks down in that moment, because there was a lot of ruffled feathers. And I was just trying to just settle the moment, because none of this should be not fun. None of you, if you're going to put it inside and then try to sit on it, it's not yours. It's literally a gift to Wasteland to have fun with.
Yeah.
And they were sitting on it, and a group didn't understand that it wouldn't be fun for the mushroom cloud to pull it out of there. It was coming out. And I rest assured that that was my determination at that moment. Like, if it doesn't come out while I'm here and watching a crowd doing it and make sure it gets monitored and comes out in a civil manner, a group's going to come on later and it's going to get worse.
Oh, yes.
So let's make sure it comes out. Let's calm everyone's nerves, pull it out, let it go. And that was the moment that happened at that time.
Yeah, I would say this. Have it, play, have your fun, take your pictures. But you have to understand that you need, like you were saying, you need to set it up so that other people can take it. Because if you don't let them take it, they will take it anyway.
Yes.
And if your camp gets damaged, you're going to be pissed.
Yep.
The crowd is drunk. And they're just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
But you are also probably drunk. We're all drunk.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. We're all drunk.
There were a lot of folks having
We're
fun
all
that night.
high. We're all
Most
on
of you are
whatever.
drunk.
No one is on whatever. No one at Wasteland does any drugs. You read the rules. We all.
Yeah, that shit's not allowed.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm straight edge.
That's bad for you.
I'm straight edge. I don't do this shit.
Straight. That's a strong word for
You
someone.
take
that
your
can't
medicine, sir.
So, I'm
That's the
gonna
straight
just.
one here.
I do cocaine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go off topic. I'm going off
Bad
topic.
Hatter.
Going
Yes.
off topic.
Ooh.
Just to get this shit done for the episode.
Yes.
Our fuck you of the episode.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Oh yeah, we're probably overtime, huh?
We're over time,
Well,
but we do
I'll
this.
skip to the chase on the story.
We do
At
this
this
all
point.
Yeah.
the time.
Well, no, but like I
Do your
said,
fuck you, and then we'll skip to Jason.
but like I said,
yeah.
we gotta guess. We're used to doing overtime with a guest
Yeah.
because it's more to tell.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course.
Thanks for
So
having me.
again, the fuck you of the episode goes to you.
Aw.
Goes to
Goes to coach. It
and
goes
the helicopter
and the helicopter.
Yes.
and the dead crows.
I don't know about dead crows, but
Well,
This motherfucker.
I mean, okay, so I'll put it this way. The dead crows are a big part of the helicopter.
Yes.
But primarily, Coach brings the helicopter.
yes,
And as we've been saying all this entire episode, we love the helicopter. We want it to be coming back multiple years.
So do I.
We all want to have fun with it.
this was year 2.
Along with that,
Pretty much. Out of 3.
Right.
we don't want this thing to be destroyed. We don't want camps to be wrecked. We don't want anybody to have a bad time.
To the point where Adam and or Jared says, "You should not bring this anymore."
And I
Yeah.
never want to get to
We
this
don't
spot.
want that.
yeah,
We
Everyone
want
loves
this
it
to be
so
a
much.
fun, stealable item.
it's a big highlight of the Wasteland event now.
The
So-
amount of
Be topless
people
in it.
who stole that
Robert.
or who had fun with that, the amount of people who made their Wasteland period.
Yes,
We want that to keep going, but we have to understand how that works because we're all adults, but we're all also playing dress up. We're all also playing fun.
So here was that night.
Yes.
And this is the video that will go up later on.
Yes.
Oh, I want to see this.
Now, I was only on the outside of things going on, or at the ass end of the helicopter, as,
Yes.
you know, all stories are. And there was a group that was already trying to get it out. And there was a group outside trying to pull the gates. Now, these guys have some substantial gates
They do.
outside.
They do.
And there's like a metal frame under them. And a guy was just trying to shove them over. I was like, no! No. I don't know who that guy was, but I booted him off the fence. And I was like, if you're going to pull this thing out, get their artwork out of the way. So he took all the letters that were out front, set them out to the side. There were like 12 people out there helping with that. And then we gently pulled the gates to the side. And I say we in that there were a lot more people than me. And Raptor was sitting back just like keeping people away because people were running around and heads were hot at this moment. This crowd was determined to get it out. And they were in the boil over red. They wanted out of there. And all I could do is walk around and be like, hey, can you settle down just a little bit and let's do this nice? It's going to come out. You're going to get the helicopter, but we don't have to yank it and break shit. And everyone went, cool. And I just walked around and I laid hands on folks like a fucking monk rolling inspiration. And I was like, and I'm drunk at the time, so I'm like, this is awesome.
You're just reaching out to me going, let me help you.
So they were continuing trying to pull it out of there before the door was even open. And that's when I pulled the Porto stick out. It's a 10-foot white PVC pipe with 2 yellow lights on the top. And I pulled it out of the top because it was stuck in the top. And this is the pretty much the only actions I took to actually help disassemble the Mushroom Cloud Lounge. I poked away a camo net because I knew they couldn't get it up. No one could reach up there. So I poked it up and put it over the top. And I was like, there. The gates were already open out front. Now all I needed was the camo net out of the way. It's like, now you guys can pull it out. And everyone's like, some guy, he's wearing this like Fievel hat. You know, Fievel Goes West.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yells, lift! And I was like, no! Because he goes straight up into the carport. And just like the carport that you guys had over at your spot, you have to lift the carport to get the helicopter in. In this case, there was no carport lifting, and it
was just the lifting.
And if you watch the video, and this is where I thought perhaps the folks who were on the other side that I couldn't witness were being a bit rash. And there was a lot of stuff going on in there with the folks in the Mushroom Cloud Lounge. I could see, and I don't know those guys, and that's where I started this off. Like, my tribe knows those guys very well.
Yeah.
I know Tooch only from the fact that I met her on your guys' show. She's fantastic.
Oh, that was.
I adore that person.
But I don't know
that little goblin.
I know them for shit for shine personally. I don't know who's in charge over
that show. Where everybody stormed the show and did this family reunion.
Oh, the family reunion. You were on that.
I was. That's why I said I got Tooch there.
So the point is that, listen, we've been having a lot of fun with the show.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That show where everybody showed up
unexpectedly
and stormed the show.
And Needle is to blame for pretty much all of
and
that.
I'm going to blame Needle.
She's an instigator of fucking hug-topic energy.
Yes.
That show, when we started the show,
I will love another one of those.
Myself and Commodore and Figment were just like, hey, we're trapped in our apartment. It's COVID. It's bullshit. It's Wasteland's not happening in 2020. We were feeling just as isolated and vulnerable and sad as anybody else. When that show happened with Tooch and Needle and Ogre planning this entire thing where everybody showed up and stormed our show, that was one of those shows where we were like, oh shit, people like what we do. I personally, when we were doing that show, I had to take a moment where I was like, fuck, give me a second. I have to step outside. I have to... Now, sorry, I'm a smoker. I've been smoking for a long time.
Hatter, I worry you're pontificating.
During that show, I had to be like, I have to take a smoke break. Now, the reason I took that smoke break because I was overwhelmed by the amount of love and support that the Wasteland community showed us for, we want to show up and we want to fucking storm the show to show our appreciation for Wasteland as a community, but the show as a way to reach out to that community. Because for myself and Commodore and Figment, we started this show during a time of isolation, during a time that we were feeling just as fucking disconnected as anybody. You guys have...
He's gonna cry soon.
Who's gonna cry?
Dug everything that we have wanted and everything we have put out into us. None of us knew that rating of our show was going to happen.
Yeah.
No one knew.
The helicopter showed up in Tooch's driveway.
That's really where he broke.
I fucking lost my shit at that point.
I lost my shit, like, the moment people start coming through the fucking door.
I'm sitting there as a newbie like, it's a bunch of people I don't know.
I was
Cool.
trying to keep it together to, like, run the show. But when the helicopter showed up, I lost my fucking shit. I was done.
Oh, you're taking out my sword?
Yeah.
looking at the sword.
Someone calling you out.
I like the
Yeah.
sword.
Yeah, this is the Baron's hand.
Yes.
It's dull.
Well, it's not dull enough to not hurt.
Oh, it hurt. Go ahead.
So, my point is that this year at Wasteland, one of the biggest things that we personally realized
Yes.
is that we did this show and we continue to do this show because myself and Commodore and Figment, we love Wasteland, we love our community, we love all of you, we love all of our weird fucking freaks. All of you outcasts that have found Wasteland, because when society dies, none of this bullshit matters. I don't care how you identify, I don't care who you love. When society
Get your hat,
falls, you realize that we made all this shit up.
Get your hat.
Oh, you just made it up.
We made all this shit up.
We made
None
it
of
all
this
up.
shit fucking matters.
None of it's real.
None of it's real.
It's kayfabe. Keep it kayfabe.
Love who you want. Be friends with who you want. Play the fucking game.
Yeah.
Come out and have fucking fun.
Butt
We're
stuff.
Butt stuff.
No butt stuff.
Why?
Always.
Oh,
hey. Always butt stuff.
Oh,
The internet is butt stuff.
all the butt stuff.
All the butt stuff.
So many butts.
Yes.
That's the idea.
Everyone's got
Listen.
one.
And poking.
Everybody's got a butt. Butt stuff.
Yes. Butt stuff is universal.
All right.
Butt stuff is legion.
How about we kick this thing to a conclusion?
Yes.
All right. Starting on the ass end of the topic, that's where I was, grabbing the helicopter by the keister. So,
Yes.
So there's
Yes,
a gentleman in the video who you'll see who's got a floppy Fievel hat on, and I don't know if he was leading the group. There were a lot of folks out there, but that guy. So when I kind of heard what had happened, other than the idea of a dude in a dark robe with a dark hat on with a fucking bow staff, it was a PVC Porto stick. Battling the thing single-handedly. I might have been directing. I'm coach. People sort of listen sometimes for some dumb fucking reason. So, and I was just like, calm the fuck down.
With those shorty
Bring it
shorts.
out. So,
Yeah.
That's a hot looking coat.
the misunderstanding might be that I was somehow in charge. I am simply there for guidance.
Listen, it is your copter. You are in charge.
Not my mob, not my problem. So,
Listen. Stop with this. It is your copter. You are in charge.
fuck.
I know how it goes.
And that's
Here's the thing.
that's
I know how it goes.
You literally just put a hole in your logic.
Yeah.
We all undersell ourselves. But you,
I do.
sir, have brought a fucking copter, a fucking bird to the wasteland
It's a
that
dead bird.
everybody fucking loves.
I love that. I love that everyone has
So,
so much fun with it. So much
I will
fun.
say, if Coach shows up and tells you how to
Asks.
ask, directs,
Hints.
hints
Guides
on how to
out.
handle the copter,
You fucking
listen.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the copter is part of the fun.
Yeah.
And you should have fun. And whoever has it should also be playing.
The copter is in you.
Aw.
And the copter
You should probably see a doctor because that's cancer.
But at the same time, the
All right.
copter
Yeah, go ahead.
is part of the event, is part of all of us having fun. So if Coach shows up and gives some hints, some directions on how to play this game, listen, and play along.
So
that we all can enjoy the copter for many years to come.
fuck yeah.
And now I want to get a bunch of newbies for next year. We're just gonna like, okay, if you're new and you want to steal the helicopter, I'm gonna get a bunch of new people together. It's like, if you've never stolen it before, this is your time to fucking do it. We're gonna set it up here. We're gonna meet up here. We're just gonna put in the most random fucking spot.
It's a good way to do it.
Like, it's not gonna go to anyone's camp. It's like, we're gonna go put it like in front of the main stage. Or
Check
like
it.
out in the middle of the road.
Well,
just
I
go.
did that.
Oh, you did that?
Oh yeah.
Saw
Well,
that.
Let me get to
Go
the
ahead.
end.
But I'm gonna do that for next year.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So, as things were escalating, as I think folks were realizing that at this point in time the copter was coming out, and whoever Fievel Hat dude is and his group of friends, and they're
I
having
like how we're just calling Fievel Hat.
yeah, he is having a great
Five
time.
goes west.
Now, I thought that during this thing, because the stories I heard later on,
There are no cats in America.
God damn
the
it.
story I heard later, and as the rumors have spread, is that I or the Dead Crows, with malicious intent, came and destroyed the Mushroom Cloud Lounge.
Oh, you fucked their shit up. No,
As-
I'm just... and jokingly...
That hurts.
Jokingly...
Literally hurts. Because we
know that's not the case.
we have no animosity towards anyone at Wasteland.
No.
Because we're there to have
So that's the
fucking
point.
fun.
We're always trying to push the idea that Wasteland's about the big fishtails. So
We already had an opening statement from you. Let me get through this story so we can end it.
okay, so they brought the copter out
He's pontificating.
in a organized fashion, but the story that came out later was different.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So I got to review the video today because my computer
There's
decided
proof.
it was broken and didn't know how to look at it. And only today was I able to get the darn thing to like fix the video. And
I don't
then
know anything about broken computers.
play it video. So I got to watch it for the first time today and try to figure out what the hell happened on the other side of the helicopter I could not see, where apparently we were kind of like blamed by malicious intent. I saw no malicious intent. Not only were the Dead Crows only 2 people of the 100 there, and we were there trying to sort of like calm shit, but the folks who were trying to pull it out were actually doing so.
Pull it out.
They were pulling out.
Oh, wow.
We're doing it. And
Safety.
they were doing so with smiles on their faces.
Of course they are.
They were having a good time. It was
Always.
2 a.m. They were drunk and they were doing the best they could. And,
Always doing the best you can.
and Fievel Hat Guy did a fucking bang up job. Before I even
He
got
banged.
to the point where I was in there, he had gone through and removed lamps. The lamps that I had held.
Oh, so
I had
Fievel
held.
did that.
Yeah, Fievel removed the lamps from inside and
So-
hung them up on the wall.
Until this motherfucker calls us on the show, we're
Yeah.
calling you fucking Fievel.
Don't know who that guy was. But he did a bang
But
up
if
job.
you're listening,
Remember,
Identify
call
yourself.
in.
If you're
we
doing-
want to hear the full story.
if you're going to remove it from inside someone's camp, be respectful.
Yeah.
And these guys were. And
Good.
from what I could see,
Good.
and everyone outside, while they were up and going
Yeah.
crazy, they were being as respectful as they could, not understanding the mechanics of picking it up and getting out of a carport. As the thing finally was pulled out and the helicopter emerged from that carport, as you know how they fit in there, which is real tight, it did get banged around a little bit, but only because at one point in time, one of the folks, and again, I don't know who their names are because I don't know the folks in the Mushroom Cloud Lounge very well, basically tackled everyone on the right side of it.
Unfortunately,
Tooch.
I do.
Yeah.
Tooch, Baron, Mickey Bang Bang.
Let's not...
Everybody that is
Again, no blame
part of
is to be
the Mushroom
spread
Crowd.
here.
But
A
we want to have you on the show. Contact us. We want to hear the full story. We want to know how this all played out.
They're too popular to fucking watch our
Too
show.
popular.
We'll have to message him
I've
about
tried
that.
to reach out to Mickey Bang Bang.
Tooch always loves.
Well, Chooches are Joan Rivers, so
Yeah.
like
So,
they'll be
we-
here.
That's the
They'll
intermediate.
probably be here
Finish
in
the
a
story,
We've
please.
attempted to make apologies for whatever happened from the crowd because the helicopter basically brought this on and they brought it on themselves by putting the helicopter inside. But we've tried to make apologies. We heard a lamp was broken, but if you watch the video, I don't know what lamp was broken. That's the fun part. I don't know what happened. I know that night was probably busy for them. So, watch the video. Bible Hat Guy actually does a great job removing all the lamps. He is the one sort of coaching everyone around to bring the thing out.
the exit, Commodore?
Not yet.
Not yet, but I'm just getting shit ready.
Okay.
I've got the
So-
video when you want me to post it.
Let me wait for a moment.
Yeah,
So-
do your thing. I'll just set shit
I
up.
do my best to try to explain this in longer form on that while
Yes.
trying to bang out a video that sucks. So, so it comes out of the Mushroom Cloud Lounge, and I think what happened is during the time when they were trying to lift it, because they didn't realize there was no clearance to do so.
No.
they lifted it up into another lamp, which was like a fishbowl on the ceiling.
And I saw that.
And that fishbowl was like hung on those normal like lamps that hang like little light bulbs in a string thing you get from Costco, and it was sort of lit by that, and it sort of fell from the ceiling. But it wasn't broken, not that I see. So
it just fell.
I'm trying to figure out what broke because I would love to pay for it if it all the helicopters.
You're gonna have to talk to Mickey Bang Bang or the Baron.
And
about
we've
that.
reached out, and he has not responded to us. We're trying to bury
And then
this issue.
And if they have not responded, then that's on them.
Yeah, we are happy
point I'm
to
making-
help make this right.
And Tooch tells us another story.
All this.
Don't Tooch.
To the
has been a
point I can get
stand-up
from
in
all
this.
of this is that
It's not over. Let me give the
Go
thing.
ahead, go
So
ahead.
at that point in time, the helicopter comes out.
Yes.
We have video where there's at least 4 frames because again the time lapse
Yes.
of it coming out. The lamps that are hung on the wall are fine. The entire structure is fine. Like everything the crowd did, and you can actually see me poking at the only job I did other than telling people is to calm the fuck down is to poke that camo net up with a Porto stick while all this took place. And then I hung around and helped put everything back together just the way we found
Yes.
it. Now, I had no accountability for the lamps because I never went in the lounge.
No.
And so I stayed outside and helped put the walls back in place, which were very heavy, with very well-built walls. Why the hell do you bring such heavy walls to the wasteland?
I was there when this all happened, so I saw that I am a witness.
Yeah.
I am not a culprit, I'm a witness.
He was definitely holding the helicopter when this happened.
Oh, cool. With one hand.
Yeah, just totally. He did it himself. So
It was all me.
and at that point in time,
Commodore is a strong guy. He can lift.
after
I lift, bro.
After we put we're pulling the walls back together, some folks from the Mushroom Cloud Lounge were very, very pissed off. That happened.
Yeah.
And they asked, why didn't you tell me this was happening? And that's when I'm like, me? I was walking down the road, man.
You're the motherfuckers who hit this shit inside your camp.
Yeah. And I was like, it's you guys. I warned you guys earlier that a crowd's gonna pull it out. You guys said it was gonna get delivered elsewhere. It didn't, so a crowd's now delivering it. And I look over to my right, and a bunch of people.
The mob did it for you,
and they were trying to work out how to pick it up. Now that they figured out how to drag it out, and that's when I walked over and I was like, to the main gate. And in a typical fashion, it takes only 4 people plus someone leading and coordinating to get the thing to move. There were like 12 to 14 people and a bunch of other people trying to Ouija board this thing across Wasteland. And I was like, no! To the main gate. And I had them drop it in right below the main gate. And I was like, now you guys sort your shit out.
And that's when the fucking dogs of war take it.
And that's when it ended up on its journey that, like, 2 hours later, ended up inside the tent over at Dead Men.
Again, inside the camp, which was the issue in the first place.
It's a lesson. Don't put it in
Don't
the camp.
put it inside stuff.
Do not put it into your fucking camp. Put it out.
Display it on the wall.
Make it a long display.
Yeah.
So,
and we would like to make it right. Like, we really would like to talk to Mickey or anyone else. That's why we posted on Wasteland Central. We did not name them by names because we don't really want to, like, we're not trying to call them out. They didn't do anything. They had their own interpretation of what was fun. And they were having a fun wasteland, and that got ruined because someone else's fun wasteland that was within the rules of the helicopter sort of overlapped and caused a problem.
And shit like that happens.
Yeah.
So, I think all of this comes down to this point of there are a lot of things that happen at Wasteland that is all of us wanting to play in this game. Sometimes there are rules, and these rules exist to protect these items.
Yes.
The helicopter is a is a hell of a lot of fun. But also, it is not invincible.
It's a responsibility.
It took some heavy hits this year.
Yes.
The fan was completely mangled. It is now held together with duct tape and hope. And the ass end has most of the aluminum pretty much ripped off of it, and I don't know how or why. Someone seems to have drug it by the ass end at one point.
We want the helicopter or any other giant stealable item to survive, and we needed to try our best to understand how to do it right.
Yeah.
Because this is a game that
Yep.
we are all playing in. We are kids playing dress up. We are kids playing cops and robbers. We are kids playing tag, tug of war, whatever you want to call it. We're having fun. We want everybody, even first years, to come and play. This event grows and lives off of the new people. The helicopter, along with many items, is one of those things that we need to learn about, and we need to treat it right so that it survives and makes many events.
Agreed.
And this is from me a one-time offer to buy a lamp to fix things. No, but it's not as funny as you think from my perspective.
Of course.
But at the same time,
I need to buy a lamp to make this cool, but that's I know a lot of stuff did not go right for the Mushroom Cloud this year. I hear there's a lot of stuff. They feel they got sacked by a mob. It was a group of people having fun. That needs to just be put out there. There was no mob. These people were smiling and having fun. Look at the video. And at no point in time were the Dead Crows ever a part of this. I personally was there and will accept responsibility as I tried to help calm the mob. And I will take acceptability for that lamp. But here's the part that's very serious for me. What if I wasn't there? What if more stuff happened?
It might have gone more worse.
What if something like a person was damaged? What if a car was damaged? I don't have the money to buy a Chevy Nova windshield.
The fucking.
So here's the thing.
So let me complete this thing.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Is that this is a one-time offer to try to make things right because I happened to witness it at the time. But if this is going to happen in another year, that I am personally liable for damages people do not following the rules, the helicopter will not come back to the event. It'll go get crushed by something and be part of the dump. Because I don't have the money to pay for that kind of stuff. We personally don't want that.
No.
I'm going to put this out there. We, as a show, as an event, we love a lot of the camps that put out a ton of effort. And the Mushroom Crab Lounge is one of those camps. They host a lot of stuff. They try to have fun. Sometimes shit goes down that we don't plan. Mushroom Crab Lounge. We love the fact that you guys wanted a steered helicopter. We love the fact that it was part of your bar. But you have to personally plan that if you're going to steal something, you also have to put it in play. Yeah. So, nobody wants to destroy you. Nobody was doing it on purpose.
And please don't destroy yourself.
Everybody was having fun. We want to continue to have fun. The helicopter, just like any other stealable item, is part of the fun. Everything that goes on at Wasteland, please, if you're going to play, talk to people. Put all of the cards in play, show your hand, plan it out. Because here's the thing. At the end of the day, even if you plan it out, even if you set up everything in the background, by the time it happens at the event, nobody knows. And it ends up just as much fun and just as much
thank you so much.
Fuck you, and nobody knows what's going on.
Now,
go ahead.
Before I did the closing,
Yes.
Any more comments?
Let's see.
We have
We've
738 comments.
We've
Probably.
legit had no one on Twitch the entire show.
Of course,
That's
it's
the
Twitch.
opposite of
It's
what I
Twitch.
said.
Let's
Follow
see.
our Twitch and our YouTube.
What's
YouTube,
Twitch?
we've got, let's see, Joseph, don't forget about the mobile bar.
Oh, God.
We're not
Oh,
getting
the
in that.
Dead Crows mobile bar.
That's a different topic.
That
That was the worst bar ever.
a story for another
Legit.
time because
The
we're
worst
out of
bar
time.
and the best bar.
And then
So,
side note,
I have
now
the
can
largest
post-
class action lawsuit in Wasteland history because of that dumb bar.
Oh wow!
Not surprised.
But yeah.
Side note, can I post a video now?
Yes, you may.
All right,
Okay.
now
Facebook.
Fake book.
I have not read because I need to refresh. What does it say?
Moth Eater, serious question. We've referenced the rules of the helicopter several times tonight. We've also referenced new Wastelanders asking, how do we steal this thing? And the response I hear is, get a mob and take it.
Yep.
Those two things don't correlate. If noobs are asking how to, then the rules can be better educated before the game starts. How can Coach, the Crows, and the rest of us educate on those rules before Wasteland is happening?
That would be a very good question because
So-
I don't know the answer.
Well, I do.
Here's the thing.
I do.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead and I'll say mine.
Because you, among other Dead Crows, posted on the fucking Wasteland social media.
I did put it on the Wasteland Central, and it was in the helicopter.
Yes, it was in the helicopter. You did what you could to let people know the regulation.
Also posted at the main gate,
Yeah.
on the WCC board, on the
So,
big board at WXC, and at the Rust Devils.
Keep an eye on social media. That's how you learn certain events, how it goes into play.
Noobs don't read.
Yep.
The
some of
news,
us do.
there's the newspaper. Fucking,
We can post the rules of.
it was a most wanted for fucking the Rust Devils, which again explains the fucking rules of how to bounty hunt.
And Mimsy offered to post the rules in next year's issue first day.
Exactly.
So a lot of
So,
newbies will get that.
there
included.
is, so yeah, all basically the gist of it. Look at your social media. Look at Wasteland social media. Wasteland Central. Wastelanders United. Fucking, if you're NorCal Wastelanders. Whatever. Look at your media.
I will make this promise.
They didn't put our ad in on Friday's paper, you assholes.
Oh, they lied.
Myself
No, they lied.
and
They lied to me
Commodore
too.
and Wasteland Talk in general.
Did that one.
Yeah.
Our whole thing is that we want to
That
give you all the inside track on how the story goes and how the game is played.
Yes.
We will try our best to include Coach and anybody else who's playing in this lore to tell you the inside story on how to play these games.
Yeah.
Obviously we love Wasteland. Obviously we love the helicopter. Obviously we love all these different tribes that bring all these amazing things to the event. We want to give you a story. We want to give you a way to play. We will try our best to make sure that you guys all know the rules. That by the time Wasteland 2022 rolls around, that you understand a lot more about how to play, how to set it up, how to have the best story. Because the story often comes from the preset shenanigans.
To drive.
But not everybody knows about those shenanigans. It's all about the big fishtail. It's all about the lore.
Yes. And if you
We
know
want to
newbies,
give... Go ahead.
if you know newbies, they're coming out. Let them know. If the rules are legit posted, hey, there are rules here. I understand. Actually, this is why whenever you're drunk, you always have one sober person around to keep an eye on this shit.
I don't think you know the Dead Crows.
I mean, Figment is a straight edge
I'm the
person.
resident sober
It's
person.
worth a longer
Figment.
conversation about the helicopter,
Yes.
and I look forward to it.
We were always willing to have Coach back on the
Yeah.
show.
Yes.
We want...
I want to
Like I
talk
said-
about Crochilla next time.
Yes.
We want
The most
Hippopotamus to
dust
come
ever
back.
at Wasteland since 2016.
We want the Dead Crows to come back.
Hell yeah.
Um,
They're a good bunch, I heard.
Got him to laugh.
We always want everybody to play and have a good fucking Wasteland.
I'll fight you.
Hell yeah.
Are we ready to close?
Yes.
All right. So, now, in closing,
Yes.
I am Commodore Pistolwhip.
It's him.
I'm head of the waste.
I am out of beer.
I offer you fucking some. You're like, no, I gotta
But
drive, bro.
You gotta drive.
I gotta drive off.
So,
No, I'll just do this. I'll drink the air.
oh
Wait, no, this.
There's
one drop in there.
Class.
There's
Oh,
a
there you
sip.
go.
There's a sip. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Thank you all for joining us.
See y'all next episode. We should have faith.
Yes,
In the
our
heart?
resident first year.
No one's gonna bend or break me. Because I got faith of the heart.
Faith
God.
will be talking about her first year at Wasteland. We want to hear about your first years.
I just stretch rolled you.
Because if you have come out to Wasteland for the first time,
Just Triple H it.
Yeah.
if you're going to make... Listen, we all know.
Oh my god.
If this year,
he's
if this
just
event
going.
is going to make it, if this event is going to grow and thrive, we need first
No, wait,
years.
he's got to play the video.
Faith is our first year.
Yes. Oh, I downed that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
you can only,
Drake.
Catch up.
You can
Let's
only
get the-
finale cheers once.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Goddamn
I'm
noobs.
gonna get ready to cue the music, get the fucking preamp ready.
Dance, dance,
And get the-
dance,
and get the
dance,
video
dance,
ready.
dance.
Oh my god, coach.
What?
You're on camera.
Yeah.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong. And I learned how to get along, and so you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave your key. I know for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Go on.